Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
Can you imagine a round of golf lasting almost 6 hours?
What would you do?
I'd leave. I'd walk off.
Like on 13, you'd be like, this has been a 4-hour round.
About the fifth hour. Well, you know, if the company was good, maybe 4.5. 4.5's a long time to spend with anybody. Let's just be honest. 4.5 hours is a long time to spend with anybody.
There it is.
Comes down
there
to.
it is.
That's what
we
it
just
comes
learned
down.
a lot about Chuck right there.
Yeah, that's why this show is only 3 hours.
Chuck and Bo Show.
I would resist the urge to drink this much.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night. Love y'all to death, Jeff.
You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The show of record for Razorback fans.
I'm in my Sunday school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, "Let's turn on the Chuck and Bo
Here we
show."
go.
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still half asleep.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
I know he hates losing, so he's going to do everything possible to go win the game. So I got so much trust in him, and I love him so much. He's changed my life in so many different ways, from going to walk on to putting me on scholarship there. So I got love for him. I'm going to do everything possible to get him a win and do everything possible to help my boys get a win.
That's Raylan Sharp speaking about Bobby Petrino as we begin this morning. Sharp's an interesting guy. I mean, he goes to Houston on a track scholarship initially, then goes to Missouri State to play football, then goes to Fresno State to play football, and then comes to Arkansas to play football. And the common denominator in all of that has been Bobby Petrino, with the exception of Fresno State, although he did have a little hand in that, truth be told.
Sharp's a good player.
He is a good player.
And he knows Petrino's system really well. And when he came in, everybody said, look out for this guy. You've seen him come on lately. He had a fumble in that game on Saturday, but he's played great. What was really impressive to me was just listening to some of the press conference the players had. You've talked about this quite a bit. It's one thing to hear Petrino talk, the coaches talk, all these things. It's hard to hold on to a team or a team to hold on to itself and be together when you have a losing streak going on 5-6 games. And they've got some really good, we call them kids, right? They got good kids.
They do.
They got some really good humans over there in that building. And every one of these guys you've had at the Catfish Hole, which you'll have tonight, every one of these guys we've had in a Hog Pod interview or we've heard at a news conference, just seem like solid people. And I know fans want to win football games, but I just had this sort of thought listening to these guys today. Man, these players want to win, and they haven't quit.
They do. Now, as a former coach said, we don't bring the disgruntled ones out here. So
I'm sure they exist.
There's a certain amount of truth to that. But in all seriousness, to me, the sign of a coach, the sign of a good coach, is a coach that has the locker room. And that means the players, that means the coaches, that means the equipment people, that means the guys that pick up the socks when everybody leaves. Everybody in the room is they're all there together, and the coach has them. To me, one of the criteria, and I'm not Hunter Yurachek, obviously, and I'm not the one making this decision, but part of the criteria as it pertains to Bobby Petrino, in my opinion, is has he, will he, does he, at any point did he lose the locker room? If the answer to that is no, he's in the game. It doesn't mean he's the guy. But if he does lose the locker room, he's definitely not the guy. I'm of the opinion, and this is just my opinion, that part of what we saw in the Notre Dame game was that the head coach had lost a portion of the locker room that was really vital, which is part of his coaching staff. I think he lost part of his coaching staff. I'm not saying it was his fault. I think when you lose part of your coaching staff, you lose part of your team. You can't have that. That's when it's time to make a move. And as long as he keeps the locker room, first off, I think if he does that, I think there will be a win or two before we're done. But even if there's not, if he keeps that locker room, in my opinion, he's still a viable candidate.
Oh, yeah. It's interesting. You brought that up, and I was thinking about the Memphis game, the way things just kind of ended with Pittman. And we talked about it that Monday. I know you and I talked about it, after that game. there was just a sense after that loss to Memphis like an era had ended.
Well, they were out of time. You know, that was the I had 2 or 3 people say that to me. They were pretty close to the situation. We're out of time. And I think that was the feeling. No, coming out of Memphis was a bad deal. Coming out of Notre Dame, you knew what was going to happen. Kind of knew what was going to happen going in or had an idea, and then when it did unfold, you absolutely knew what was going to happen over the next 24 hours.
I think because of what happened in that Memphis game, that ended up leading into what the Notre Dame game was. And
absolutely.
So what happened there was that the era kind of ended for Pittman, and then a new one began. Now, it didn't begin in terms of, hey, they hired a new coach, and, you know, there's this whole year to get ready and all that stuff, but there was a change made, obviously, and since that change has been made, you've seen 2 really gutty performances that ended up with 3-point losses, and then just hard to explain fourth quarter from the Arkansas offense. I don't expect to see that again. That's almost hard to have happen.
If it happens again, it means the locker room's divided, and there's probably time to look at something else. But I don't suspect it's going to happen like that again.
That was almost fluky, what happened in the game against Auburn. I mean, what you have 13 snaps in the fourth quarter, and 4 of them are turnovers?
4 turnovers within 8 snaps. That's what happened.
You almost can't execute that. Like, if you went out and practiced that, you almost can't execute that. But people care. We all carry the feelings that we've had over everything else into that game, and it just adds to the pile of crap if you want to look at it like that. Another way to look at it is, what is this? This team's still together. They're still fighting. They still want to play. They need to flush it, and can they go play like they did the last 2 games prior to that against Mississippi State? And if they can, they'll have a great chance to win. And what would a win do for a team that's on a 6-game losing streak, that's had a whole bunch of 1-score losses, some of them less than others because they haven't been here as long as the 1-score losses have been happening. But when you get on the other side of that, and then you get some momentum going, I'm just saying this season's not over. 4 games is a lot, and I'm not projecting any sort of they're going to go 4-0, and I'm not trying to pump sunshine, but I think sometimes we get so surface level, we don't really think about the players and what it means to them. Think about what this means to Bobby Petrino.
Well, let me say this. I think if you're going to win a game, if you've got a win left in you, and I don't know if they do, but if they do, this would be a good time to have it for many reasons. But here's the thing you've got to think about. There's an open week after the Mississippi State game. If you go into an open week on a 7-game losing streak, I'm just going to tell you something bad's going to happen. Odds are something bad's going to happen. Somebody's going to quit. Something's going to happen. If you can get a win going into that open week, I think it sets the tone for some real work that might be accomplished over the next couple of weeks before you play again. If you lose that ball game and you go into that open week again on a 7-game skid, even if nothing bad does happen, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to get a lot of stuff done out there because you're going to come off that Mississippi State game and there's going to be a natural tendency to relax because there's not a ball game this week. And you know you're going to have a couple of days off at the end of the week. So it'd be nice to win this ball game, again, for a multitude of reasons, and that's just one of them.
That's a big one, though. You want to go into that bye week with something good, you know? We had something good in basketball, 2 exhibition games. Bruiser Flynn, Arkansas assistant to John Calipari, one of the great assistants on that staff that has been with Cal for a long time, been around for a long time, will join us at 7:30 today. Edwards in here, Bart's in here. Bart's got you guys both have some sort of vintage Arkansas thing going on today with your hats. I don't know if that's vintage for Bart. It looks like a cross between a wild Razorback and a buffalo.
It looks more like a boar, I would say.
Is that
boar?
Is that an officially endorsed product, or is that a?
Is that officially a licensed
Yeah, does that have
product?
a license on it?
No, I don't believe so.
Do you have a friend that made it, or is that a brand that you were chasing? Is that an Instagram purchase?
No.
Well, it's an interesting red cap.
I thought initially it was a
I quite
Buffalo
like it.
Bills hat. I really did. And then I got to looking at it a little more closely and
quite-
realized it wasn't.
It's a good lid.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Edwards got the
different.
the running Razorback through the A,
That's right.
and Chuck's got an Arkansas hat on. I don't know. I'm the only one that doesn't have an Arkansas hat on. Yeah, I got my teamwork.
Okay.
I got my teamwork hoodie pullover thing on here. I'm ready to go to work today.
I guess so.
I'm doing a roof right after this. Yeah, in the rain.
I was
Wow.
going to say.
I mean, they don't.
If you need a roof, you know now.
Yeah.
I mean, after the last
That's-
24 hours, if
that
you're
or
in
gutters.
need, you know.
that or gutters.
Roof or gutters.
You do.
By the way, did anybody else have a bout with just sort of, I don't want to say depression. I don't want to take the word lightly. But did anybody else have just a day that was just sort of like hard to really get out of the doldrums of this junk that we're living in right now, this weather? Or was it just me? Like
I like this weather. I like it. Yes.
You are kind of dark. That doesn't surprise me.
What's that supposed to mean?
I mean, anybody that would say that's would be like, I get that. I mean,
It was like mid 80s in the beginning of October. I've been ready for some cooler weather. It's nice.
Edward, we
it gets
didn't-
me in like the holiday spirit.
But we don't have to have all
Nice
the rain.
gray
We
day.
don't have to have all the
we
rain.
haven't seen the
It's
sun.
rained one day.
We haven't seen the sun in like 3 days.
That's fine.
What do you mean? That's what I mean. That
We
makes you,
sat out on the back porch 2 nights ago. It was nice. It was in the 50s.
so you did have
it's
sun.
great.
You did have sun. You did see sun within the last 3 days.
I said nothing about sun.
Okay.
No.
Well,
I
mean,
have a son. I've seen him.
Young Benson.
He's already got the dad jokes. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't take long.
I'm trying to add some to
you got
my
a kid
repertoire.
just barely one, and he's
Text
like,
some in
I
if
got
you
dad-
have
I
some.
got dad jokes.
Yeah.
I mean, I appreciate your attitude.
have a
I do
collection.
appreciate your attitude, but I
It's
personally,
Halloween week. It's dark, gloomy. It's in the spirit of the holiday.
Jimmy,
Yeah,
Christmas.
yeah, Bo.
You need to
Jiminy
carve
Christmas,
a jack-o'-lantern.
That's what you need to do. Let's all carve a jack-o'-lantern and everything will be okay.
Okay,
That's what you need to do.
you
and
guys
you'll
wanna-
be ready to
you want
go.
to carve some pumpkins tomorrow?
Yeah.
All right,
Why not?
You want to head that up?
Yeah, I'll bring 4 pumpkins in here.
You-
We'll spend the first hour tomorrow doing it.
If
Cut our fingers off.
can we load up? Can we load up in your ride and go to the
here.
pumpkin
I know.
patch right after the show?
Well, going to a pumpkin patch and carving a jack-o'-lantern are 2 totally different executions.
Yeah. What
I've been to the pumpkin patch already this season, and
Listen to this.
that's the one
corporate
time I
talk.
want to go.
Yeah, you don't want to go back, do you?
No. One
Well,
visit
I
is
mean,
plenty
yeah,
for the season.
I would argue.
And
I
it was
would- I
a
would
good
agree.
time.
I
And it was
like,
fine. 2 times.
It's
is
fun.
too many.
It's fun. Once is enough.
Yes.
Yeah, you guys are giving me ideas now. We might need to do like
Maybe a corn maze.
Chuck and Bo hayride this year.
No.
Let's do a corn maze. That'd be fun.
I'd be interested in that.
The corn maze is
You
more,
and Bart in an escape room.
my God.
You and Bart in an escape room or a corn maze. You
my
guys
gosh,
going at it.
that would
I
be
think
fun.
That would be
That's
really
the
good
next-
content.
I
Would be
actually-
That's
the
the
4
next
of us in an
YouTube.
escape
I
room.
think Chuck and I would thrive in that environment.
Oh, it'd be great.
Well, you would if anybody would listen to you.
I would. I would listen.
But you got a couple of guys over here that just like, I don't know, Bart, and then one mistake and you're cooked.
yeah.
Actually, in that situation, Chuck will be like, I don't know, what the hell, get me out of here, Bart.
Oh, that's right. I mean, hey, that's
what I'm
exactly
saying. We
right.
would thrive.
It's 6:15. Good morning.
I could be mistaken, but I did read it.
It's pretty
It
even.
could have been incorrect, but I did read it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Oaklawn is here for when you want real action, and the wait is over. Live racing is back. Every weekend brings big moments, big crowds, and your chance to feel the thrill of a big win. The holiday racing season begins Friday, December 12th, and runs through January 4th. Then, the excitement returns with the classic racing season, January 30th through May 2nd. It's racing, it's winning, it's everything you've been waiting for. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
When it comes to watching games, nobody does it like Walk-Ons. Over 60 TVs at every location, and the food and drinks win. Mouth-watering Louisiana cuisine like po' boys and gumbo, plus fan favorites like the best burger you can get anywhere, and more draft beers and cocktails than you can count. Incredible food, wonderful service, and a viewing experience like none other. Walk-On Sports Bistro. We live for this.
Arkansas's one-stop automotive shop is right around the corner. Fayetteville Auto Park. FayettevilleAutoPark.com. Chevy, Toyota, Honda, Acura, Collision Center, all in one place. And if you're shopping pre-owned, Fayetteville Auto Park has you covered. With so many new cars sold, we always have a great selection of fresh trades. Why settle for anything less than the best? Fayetteville Auto Park, West Showroom Drive in Fayetteville. Proud sponsor of the Chuck and Bo Show.
I love a day or weekend at Big Creek Country Club in Mountain Home. The golf, the people, the hospitality, and the events they host always hit the mark, and members enjoy it all. State-of-the-art practice facilities, food, beverages, a big pool with a snack and beverage bar, tennis and pickleball courts, and they can even book you an exclusive fly fishing trip. There's no initiation fee, and for out-of-towners, a membership is only $185 a month. It's Big Creek Country Club in Mountain Home. It's home away from home. The two best guys in mediocre sports radio.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
We're running out of time for the fall foliage.
The fall what?
Foliage.
Okay. Is it foliage or foliage?
It's foliage.
Foliage.
It's three syllables.
Foliage.
Foliage.
Foliage. It's foliation.
Foliage. Yeah.
Foliation.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Chuck,
I think the wind's doing away with our foliage. Or foliage or foliage.
I am at peace. Just so you know, I am content. I am blessed. But I want to qualify, disclaimer there before I say this. But, this is just miserable weather, and it really is. And it is, I'm hearing from people, and it affects everyone except for Edward, and he loves it. But like people go into work, and they don't go in at the in the middle of the night like we do. At 5:30 in the morning or whatever. And, they'll go into work at, say, 7, 8 o'clock, and they go, it's dark. And then, they get off work after working a long day, and they just want to go home and go back into hibernation because it's dark out again. And, by the way, it's windy and it's rainy, and there's no beautiful fall. And, we've had a lot of rain this year, and I'm sure we needed it. Everybody goes, we need it. I'm sure that's true. But like when I'm driving down the road and I can't, see where I'm going and, I get splashed by another semi and it's just blah.
Well, you got all the leaves now too. All the leaves have been blown off the trees the last couple of days. And so, got the combination of leaves, wet streets, and it's vicious.
You got to cover your plants up. It's getting cold.
That's not that cold. It's like 50. It's like 48.
I mean, it's getting there.
But I'm with you. I am.
Precautions.
I am not. I'm not down.
And
with
don't
winter.
get me wrong. I'm not complaining. That's not
Yes,
what this
you are.
is.
Yeah,
I'm
it
really.
is.
I know it sounds like that. So maybe I could frame it up differently. But what I'm really doing is I'm just trying to talk to friends here.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of.
Makes you appreciate.
I'm just kind of like that's the mood, right? Like, yes, that's kind of like what the day is. That's kind of what the day is.
I was thinking this morning. We were talking yesterday about the coaches and all the money they're getting. That when I was sitting on the side of the bed, going, "What in the world was I thinking?" I was wondering, what are those? I wonder if any of those coaches who've been fired are like up right now. I mean, I just wonder if they're even up or if they're sleeping till like 8 o'clock or if like, they stay out all night now. What do they do? And they got all this money and all this time.
So honestly, I think they probably still get up and they're working the phones and they're doing what they're doing, and they'll do that for a couple hours and they'll have some breakfast or coffee or whatever, and then I think they go out to a local restaurant like a hidden Mexican joint that not a lot of people know about.
Maybe.
They start drinking margaritas probably about 10 a.m.
Because I got to tell you,
they have a 4-hour lunch.
What a life.
Yeah, well, but honestly, you get tired of that pretty quick.
I don't know.
I mean, you do.
I don't know.
I mean,
I'm pretty good at doing nothing. Let me tell you.
I mean, if you're on a beach somewhere, but eventually, everybody that's wired like that has to have something, right? That to kind of keep them going.
I got to be honest, though. If this all ended today and you guys said, Chuck, you're fired, here's like $500,000, get out of here.
Yeah. That's all it would take?
Well, I would not be up early tomorrow. I would not be listening to the show. I would not be doing anything other than just like sleeping. That's what I was thinking about when the alarm went off this morning.
Well, but
because it was raining and cold and the wind was blowing.
I think we all feel like that until we're there. And then you always want what you don't have, and so once you have that, and then you do that for a while, you're like, all right, I've done
I'll
this.
make a deal with you. You give me millions of dollars. You give me millions of dollars and nothing to do, and I promise I will never complain. I will never complain.
Let me just try it for a while.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll see if we can arrange that. Can we get somebody? I mean, listen, there are people all over college athletics right now just handing out money for coaches to go away. How about a little bit better cause? Let's grant Chuck his wish.
That's right.
Of being able to make this happen.
That's right.
Can we get a few million for Chuck to just chill for a while?
Walk away.
And
just walk away. Pay me not to be on the air.
Yeah.
Just pay me. Pay me. I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
I'm ready for your money.
That's right.
For those 5 texters that creep in every so often just to take shots at the show.
That's right.
They can be in charge of this. Hey, guys, this is real simple. You can make me go away.
That's right. I can be bought. I've been to a lot of places. I've had a very full career.
Yeah.
If you want to throw some money my way to walk away, I'm down with that.
I'm good.
I'm all in.
I'm good with that.
I'm all in.
I imagine some of these coaches actually feel like that because they're in there busting their you-know-what every day, midnight oil, up at the crack of dawn, before dawn, and trying to figure out just to scheme up a first down. One more first down to win a game. Watching all kinds of film, and somebody walks in their office. Did you hear the show this morning? Yes. Those guys are just ripping you.
Yeah, ripping you.
And it's like, well, I've got a $15 million buyout. Tell them to bring it on.
That's right. Put me out of my misery.
I'm tired of
Come
losing
on.
too,
Yeah.
and nobody's even appreciating the work I'm putting in here.
I'd like to sleep in tomorrow.
Yeah, let's go do something else. How do we work? How do we work this out so we get fired without cause? That's the other great thing about these contracts.
Yeah.
Didn't Hunter say something like this 10 years ago or whenever he was hired? That losing games should be fireable offense.
Well,
Yes.
I mean, what is the deal? Like, if you don't win enough games, you're not getting fired for cause. You're getting fired without cause, and therefore you get your buyout. Yeah. But I'm telling you, Jimmy Sexton, other agents now, they've built these contracts so well in favor of coaches. It's not a quote fireable offense. So you fired my guy without reason, and he's going to get paid. And it's like,
Even though you fired him with reason.
but the exact reason you're getting fired.
If you're a coach,
you can't do it.
If you're a coach who knows you're on the verge of being fired, I mean, the lesson and all that is you better mind your P's and Q's because they're going to be looking for a way to fire you with cause.
Hey, just be nice to people.
So just be nice to people.
Show up on time.
That's exactly right.
Don't call in sick.
That's
Don't be late.
exactly right. And in all seriousness, there are coaches out there who you know it's coming, and you know that if they can figure out a way not to pay you that money, they're going to. So
let's do an hour on how to get paid without working today. Who wants to do that? 877-377.
Pro tips. I want a pro tip from
let's
somebody.
6963.
Text us your tips.
Listen, if you've come into a lot of money lately, First Security Bank's a great place to make a deposit. They're going to smile the whole time. You're going to deal with somebody friendly. They're going to help you set up whatever account you need. That's how you bank better. And they've got convenient locations because some of us still like to do business in person, and you can always find a First Security Bank near you. Friendly local banking, that's how you bank better. First Security Bank, member FDIC, the official bank of the Chuck and Bo Show. We got to hit a break. It's 6:27. We'll take some calls. Chuck's planning on, I don't know how many days he has left, but let's start it today. Let's start the,
It's like a telethon.
Let's start the Chuck.
It's a telethon.
The Chuck buyout fund.
The
begins-
retirement telethon right
begins
here.
now.
This is my plan. This.
Bo.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Are your gutters ready for fall? Leaves are coming, and that means it's time to protect your home. At Hogtroff Gutters, they install high-quality leaf guards that actually work. Don't waste money on the cheap guards from big box stores that clog up, and don't get stuck paying triple the price with those big national companies. With Hogtroff, you get the best of both worlds: professional installation, premium aluminum, and stainless steel guards, as well as a 20-year warranty. Give them a call today to schedule your free inspection, or visit hoggutters.com.
Hey, it's Bo, and I want to share something that's completely enhanced my day-to-day life. About a year ago, I started telling you about the Sweatnum Edge. Well, over the last several months, here's what's happened for me. My energy level is completely different. My exercise gains have seen a big jump. My mind is clearer, and frankly, life is just more enjoyable. Now, that's my story. What about you? Search the Sweatnum Edge online and get a free evaluation today. It's made a big difference for me, and I know it can for you too. The Sweatnum Edge.
Today's been it's been a strange day.
Yeah, we've had some struggles here and there. Let's just be blunt. Can we be blunt?
Well, it's 50-50 at best.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
we keep threatening to show behind the scenes live on the stream, it's going to happen someday. We're all going to get fired for it. There's just like total chaos.
It's mayhem around here. It really is.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
And some really good comments from the players yesterday, I thought. Now, we'll get into that as we move along today. Currently, we're trying to figure out how to get Chuck one of these buyouts. We would be.
Oh, we dream.
You know,
we
why
dream,
not?
you know.
Why
It's kind of like winning the lottery.
Why not?
What would you do with all that money?
877-377-6963. You want to text or call? We got the Mississippi State game. Arkansas is a 5-point favorite going into the Mississippi State game. Arkansas opens the regular basketball season against Southern next week.
Monday night, Bruiser Flint, Arkansas assistant, will join us at 7:30 this morning. Robertson Mountain Home. Beautiful Mountain Home. Robert, good morning. What's happening? Mountain Home is suffering much.
also weather issues, the damp feelings of just
dank.
blah.
It's dank.
It's dank out.
It's dank out.
JR in Shady Grove, good morning.
Good morning. How you guys doing?
Hey, man. We're doing well.
Great. Good to see the rain. We needed it, so I'm not going to complain about it.
I told you we needed it. Why did we? Yeah. Did we really need it? Have we been in a drought?
We have needed it. Yes,
have we?
We have been in drought-like conditions. Yes,
we have.
Yes.
Hello.
Yeah, you're here, JR. Go ahead.
Hello.
Oh God.
Hello.
Fire away, JR. Continue.
Hello.
Hey, hasn't this happened with him before? Where he calls in and we hear him, but he can't hear us. Let's see if he's still saying hello. You want to try?
Yeah.
Hey, JR.
Can you hear me?
Well, Robert from Mountain Home just called back in and said he couldn't hear us either. So I don't know if we have an issue with the phones.
Robert,
we got issues.
Can you hear us now?
Two people can't hear us. We got
issues. Hey guys,
yeah.
I can hear you now.
If two people can't hear us, we have issues.
That's right.
That's exactly right.
What's up, Robert?
I think everybody's got some issues, guys.
Well, that's fair.
How are y'all doing this morning?
Oh, we're great.
Hey, so I missed the first part of y'all's conversation. I was just getting out of bed. I'm not an early riser like you guys are.
Hey, you're
not
ahead of
everyone
most.
can be.
You're ahead of most right now.
Well, so I just want to say about the Bobby Petrino deal we got going on. Look, I'm 28 years old. I grew up at the tail end of the Bobby Petrino era, and then just having him back was kind of bittersweet at first, and then, sort of like the Coach Cal issue. Over time, time heals all wounds, I think. And I think that this is one of those things that I think just a majority of in my opinion, the people I talk to that are Razorback fans are just happy he's back. And I think personally, I know that this season hasn't turned out the way it's supposed to be, or people wanted it to be, I guess. But I think we give him a 2-year deal, whatever money they work out's on their end. Give him a 2-year deal. Just, he's got the history here. Just give him some time. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. At least we gave the prodigal son his chance to return and give him a chance to actually see if he can give this program a spark, and then maybe get a younger guy in here like Bart was saying yesterday. I'm not trying to age discriminate, but he is 64, so you got to look long-term here. Maybe you can get that spark going for Arkansas and get some good players ready to come back and want to be a part of the Hogs.
I got some interesting I was reading some interesting comments on Facebook yesterday. The Chuck and Bo page, apparently, according to Edward, is explosive on Facebook. It is, it's a powerhouse. It's interacted with. And there's been over, a couple hundred comments on the post that we made from yesterday's show. Petrino saying that, you absolutely can win here. You can get what you need to win here. I believe it 100%. And there were a lot of positive comments about Petrino. And one of them was basically just hire him right now. Hire him right now. And I got to thinking just for a second, if you do want to get ahead, you're not getting ahead by waiting till the end of the year and, casting your line into that pool of candidates, hoping you catch one of these fish. You're not going to catch some big name unless there's something that we're unaware of that would be surprising. And you actually have a guy that's a legit candidate for the job, and you can wait around and maybe catch a coordinator or catch someone that you're going to be taking another risk with, because it's all going to be a risk, whoever you get. Or you could say, hey, let's go. Let's just start right now. Let's just let everybody know now we're going to roll with this guy for a couple of years. Give him a 2-year contract, with some kickers in it. Like if he wins X number of games or something, it automatically kicks in a third or fourth year or 2 more years. But that's getting ahead. That's one way to get ahead. That's an interesting take. What are you giggling about over there?
Bart's been giggling for 5 minutes. I got to know what he's going to say.
It's distracting.
I know.
I'm sorry.
What's so funny?
I'm sorry.
What do you got going over there in your world?
I'm scrolling through some of these comments, and the first thing I think, I can't help myself. The first thing I think of is, I wonder how many of these people liked and commented on the fake post about Bobby Petrino storming off of an interview on The View.
I did see that story. Yeah.
The fake news story of the day. There was one yesterday that was posted yesterday about Arkansas backup quarterback Malachi Singleton.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Yeah, it was posted yesterday. Yeah. And people eat that stuff up. I didn't go to look at how many comments there were.
Did you click on it?
I commented.
I gotta find that. I gotta find that fake news story.
What a heartwarming, touching. I don't remember the story about, but what really moved my heart. Jimmy in Conway. Good morning.
Top of the morning to you, fellas.
Jimmy.
Hey, I just had a thought with all the NIL. What do you guys think it would be like if Coach Burrows were alive and running the show? I think he would own the NIL. He would have that figured out, and he would be number one at it. I really miss him. He was always 3 steps ahead of everybody else, and he would have this figured out. And I think Yurachek has messed it up. I don't know you hear all kinds of different things, but the NIL situation, they say we've got money, but we don't have money. So I don't know, guys, but give me your thoughts on Burrows running that. Thank you. Bye.
All right. Well, I mean, we'll never know, obviously. I'm sure he would adapt because he wanted to win. And that's what you have to do if you're going to, continue to win. I don't think he'd like it. That way, and I'm not the one to ask, but I don't think he'd like it.
Well, he was great at fundraising.
Here's the thing about Coach Broyles, and we know this. Those of us who've been here, we heard it, for the bulk of our lives, was Coach Broyles made Razorback fans believe the Razorbacks could compete with anybody in America. They were as good as anybody out there. Our facilities weren't just good. They were the best in America.
The best in America today.
The best in America. We have fans who truly believe, because of Coach Broyles, still, that there's nobody out there that can match our facilities. And
he can make you believe anything.
He could sell. He could sell. And his enthusiasm was contagious. And I think that's really important. I mean, you got to be who you are, but I think salesmanship in this era, and it may sound shallow, but I think in this era, salesmanship's really important.
People talk about the word hope. I mean, you can twist it however you want, but the reality is that's what college football is built on. 100%.
It's the whole business.
It is the whole. It is the
whole business
of hope. That is the business. And so when you've got someone in that position, they got to be able to sell that. That's your best chance. And now it becomes more difficult when, if you're a salesman and you're selling vacuum cleaners and none of them work.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
That no matter what you say, eventually your credibility goes away. But you got to be able to get people excited. And right now Arkansas needs something exciting to happen in football, and that will help a lot of things. But the hire that they make has to give more than 50% of the fans, and hopefully more than that, or the people with the money, it's got to give them some sort of confidence that this can actually happen.
You've got to have a personality. And if it's Coach Petrino, he's got to be willing to do this. And whoever they hire has got to be willing to do this. Look, you guys are on social media. You see the pictures of Cal. He's taking trips with the people that donate to basketball. They're going to a game, or they go watch the Cowboys play, or they go do this. The point is, whoever the coach is, He's got to be one of the chief fundraisers too. And he's got to be right in the middle of all of that. And he's got to be a salesman. It's not entirely fair that a coach has to do that. But it's not entirely fair that a coach makes $8 million a year either. So, all that comes with the territory. It's part of the job now. Didn't used to be. You just went to booster clubs, made the same speech you made Tuesday night, make it on Thursday night, fly back home, bang, it's done. It's a whole different deal now. You got to come home with a pocket full of money. And you've got to have some salesmanship about you if you're going to pull that off. And the coach and the product on the field is still your chief marketer. You may have a marketing department, you may have an athletic director, you may have an associate AD for external affairs, but your coach and your team are still your chief marketers, and you've got to have somebody that embraces that. That's just my thought.
No, I like it.
Hey, this fall, don't just pay for a heating tune-up to get your home ready for cooler weather. Get benefits all year long with a Paschal membership. You hear us talking a lot about Paschal Air, Plumbing, and Electric. Annual tune-ups are included in your membership. That's what keeps you humming all year long. Your system's going to stay running effectively, it's going to be reliable, and you're going to have peace of mind. And it all starts at just $8.99 a month. Members get exclusive discounts on air, plumbing, and electric services whenever you need them. So don't wait until there's a problem. Protect your home today, protect your budget today, and get peace of mind. Visit GoPaschal.com.
We're full service here. We're like the concierge of sports talk radio.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Football season's here, and Flight by Yuengling is the light beer built for game days. Tastes like a Yuengling, but it's a light beer, and only 95 calories. Flight raises the bar for what a light beer should be, and now it comes in a 16-ounce resealable twist-off aluminum bottle and skinny cans. Perfect for tailgates, watch parties, or just kicking back after the game. Pick it up at your favorite store or ask your bartender. Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer.
Some moments call for more than just a win. They call for unforgettable. At Blakeman's, you're not just buying a diamond. You're creating an experience that starts the moment you walk through the door. Their newly remodeled space is absolutely stunning, and Cafe B has a personal touch you won't find anywhere else. Their in-house diamond expert makes it easy to find the perfect piece for any occasion, and that purple bag, still undefeated when it comes to saving the day. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. It's more than jewelry. It's your story.
This fall, don't just pay for a heating tune-up. Make it part of a Paschal membership and get year-round benefits for your home. For as low as $8.99 a month, your annual tune-up is included. Plus, members get exclusive discounts on air, plumbing, and electric services. Don't wait until there's a problem. Protect your home, budget, and peace of mind with Paschal. Visit GoPaschal.com to learn more and join today. And Razorback fans, we've got exciting news. Paschal is now proud to be the official air, plumbing, and electric provider of the Arkansas Razorbacks.
Cutting corners is generally a bad idea. And when it comes to roofing, it's real bad. That's why Teamwork Roofing and Construction uses only the best materials, like Malarkey shingles, which perform better, protect longer, and are more sustainable. Residential or commercial. Got a complicated job? They've got the certified crews ready to deliver on time and on budget. You need a roof that's built on quality and powered by teamwork. Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Log on to teamworkbuilt.com and get a quote today. That's teamworkbuilt.com.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
High school sports in Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley have never had a bigger stage. I'm Melissa Orange, host of the Varsity Vibe podcast, and every week we'll be bringing you the stories, highlights, and moments that matter most to our communities. Don't miss a beat. Subscribe to our newsletter, check out the Varsity Vibe podcast, and follow us on social media for the latest scores and spotlight features. Get it all at varsityvibearkansas.com.
I don't need Chat GTP. I've got Chuck GTP.
Amen. The Chuck and Bo Show.
Isn't it interesting when something doesn't go our way and we immediately start blaming people, and there's this rare occasion where there is nobody to blame, and you have to deal with the fact that it's just you.
You're right.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Time to go to the Chevy of Fayetteville Situation Room. They got 200 new vehicles on the lot right now, including the Silverado, which is $13,000 off.
Beauty.
MSRP. The Silverado 1500. Chuck Barrett drives one. Man, it sounds like a truck.
Yeah, it really does.
And
I
then,
revved it up this morning just for fun.
I just did that.
Yeah, I know.
and then he gets the beats going. I mean, I'm pretty sure I heard Journey playing this morning when you pulled in the parking lot.
That was Kansas.
Yeah.
That was
Okay.
Kansas from my personal playlist.
That makes more sense. But they got Suburbans, Tahoes. The biggest thing is not only are you getting a great deal, but it's who you're dealing with. At the Fayetteville Auto Park. Inside the Auto Park, you'll find Chevy of Fayetteville. Together, let's drive. Great people. Bart's in the Situation Room with fake news.
That's right.
A big fake news story. These stories are becoming just absolutely
all the rage.
Something people engage with.
This has 6,500 interactions on Facebook.
These aren't just people that saw it. These are people that saw it and stopped.
Yes.
And hung out with it.
And clicked.
And read it.
And read. Here's what it says.
And said, listen to this. Said, listen to this.
Head coach Bobby Petrino has stunned the college football world by banning 3 freshmen from taking the field after they were caught partying at a local nightclub on Wednesday night, just hours after missing team practice earlier that day due to health reasons. According to Razorback insiders, the decision was made immediately after Petrino reviewed footage and verified reports confirming their presence at the club. Quote from the head coach.
Is your resume.
From the fake article.
Yeah.
If you think skipping practice and lying about it makes you a Razorback, think again. Not on my field, not under my watch.
Yeah.
Petrino stated firmly.
Yes.
Learn it,
Yes.
know it, live it.
The article has insiders, and then they have actual quotes from behind closed-door meetings.
It has a ton of comments, one of which believes this is a deep state operation to make Bobby Petrino the next Arkansas head coach.
There's a concerted deep state social media operation.
Which SEC school is running this Facebook page?
I don't know. I like it, though. That's as good of a fake story as we've heard in a while.
There are some fake ones on there that are incredible.
But wouldn't it be that is
Would
a
you
great
like the one
idea.
about
Can you
Bobby
imagine?
Petrino being on The View?
What?
Oh, yeah, Petrino was on The View. He
was on
stormed
The
off
View.
the set,
He
right?
stormed off the set, yeah.
That's a fake story, too.
Yeah. He quietly stood up and walked off The View, leaving behind a legacy of grace that echoes far beyond the studio walls.
Beautifully written.
How many engagements did that one get?
Not quite as many.
Bart,
but,
what do you
but
think
still.
about people that are engaging with these posts?
Well, man, I would.
Does it make you a little leery about just being out in the wild?
It makes me leery about a lot of things. I would really urge people to just use the brain cells that you have and understand and understand.
What if
the
you don't have
difference.
a lot?
Well, that's why I said use the ones you have.
Well, I think they are. I think they are using the ones they have. Those are the ones they have.
The 6,000 people that interacted don't have as many as those who didn't.
6,000 people, I hope, are not in positions of power or decision making.
Wow. I mean, the people. How about the people making the post?
Well, they're the lowest common denominator on planet Earth.
That is a coach's dream if a player gets in trouble to have footage from where they were out and then say, hey, guys, let's get together and watch the film. What's this?
Not on my team.
Not under
my watch.
Not under my watch. That's when you know it's serious.
Yeah.
When Bart will do that.
Not
in the meeting.
here. Not up
Bart
in
will be
here.
like, you can think whatever you want, but not under my watch.
That's right.
Not while I'm in charge.
We got a text that said the player story is plausible. No, it's not!
Bart's beside himself
No,
at people believing this stuff.
Use your brains! Please! I beg of you.
For the love of God. use
I
your brain.
beg
This
you.
is how Bart talks to people. Use your brains, man.
Buying or selling a home's a big deal, and you want someone who is with you every step of the way. That's why those of us at the Chuck and Bo Show wholeheartedly recommend Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, because we've experienced it. They've been my partners for life. They're Bo's partner now, and I promise you, when you become involved with Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, they'll become your partners for life too. They've been turning houses into homes since 1978, and you can always log on and check out their selection at WeicherGriffin.com.
Are you looking for tough, reliable equipment from people you can trust? WT Equipment is your local family-owned dealership with 8 locations across Arkansas. And yep, they're big-time hog fans too. From Bobcat to New Holland, Hustler, Steel, and more, they carry the brands you know and trust to get the job done. Whether it's equipment or implements, WT Equipment has the tools you need, including a full lineup of Bobcat machines built for power and performance. Stop by your nearest WT Equipment today. Man, there's nothing like a perfect steak. So tender, juicy, and packed with flavor. And now, thanks to Plainview Beef, it's clean with no hidden chemicals. Plainview Beef feeds their cattle with wheatgrass sprouts, and their beef is loaded with nutrients your body needs. I'm telling you, you gotta try it. PlainviewBeef.com. Order direct to your house. Check out their menu, which includes 6 8-ounce fillets for just $99. Again, it's PlainviewBeef.com. Use the promo code Chuck and Bo and get a free 12-pack of beef sticks. PlainviewBeef.com.
The voice of the Razorbacks is Chuck Barrett, and he chose McDonald Eye Associates for his recent cataract surgery.
I went to McDonald Eyes. I can see in a way I've not seen in a long time. And I'm looking forward to this football season because of that. Your eyes are a big deal. I don't care if you're a sports play-by-play guy or what you do. You have to have trust. My trust was developed because I knew they were listening to me.
For your best vision, trust McDonald Eye. Online and same-day appointments at McDonaldEye.com.
So I spent yesterday. You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The Chuck and Bo Show. Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
So I'm at the gym yesterday, and I go take a big giant gulp out of this water bottle. And then I realize, as I'm carrying the water bottle in my hand, it's not mine. But I made an about face, and I immediately pivoted and went right back, put it down, and walked off and hoped nobody saw. What do you do?
I think you handled it the right way. Yeah, I mean, if you were carrying diseases, that'd be different. But as far as I know, you're not. There's no harm, no foul.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I would resist the urge to drink this morning.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night. Love y'all to death, Jeff.
You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The show of record for Razorback fans.
I'm in my Sunday school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, "What's heard on the Chuck and Bo Show?"
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still half asleep.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
Morning, Chuck.
Morning.
7:02.
Yes,
Bart.
it is.
Good morning.
Bart.
Good morning, fellas.
Edward's the only one happy about the weather.
I know he loves it. He loves it.
I mean, I'm glad you're perked up. Maybe it's because you went through a little, I don't know, sickness and you're feeling better, and so the
sound
weather
better.
doesn't deter you. The rest of it actually makes us kind of feel sick.
Well, I don't know what to tell you.
I woke up with a sore throat twice last night. I had cough drops in the middle of the night.
You can choose to have a positive attitude about the day, regardless.
Oh, my attitude.
There we go.
Just to be real
I think
clear.
it all starts, with yourself, and you get up in the morning and you decide I'm going to have a positive attitude or a negative attitude. And we're working at our players wanting to have a positive attitude. And
just to be real clear.
Edward.
That was good.
That was well timed.
That was great. He's been sitting on
Edward
that.
did that on his own.
He's been sitting on that.
I've been sitting on that.
He's been sitting on that since I brought it up the first time. And he's like, "Oh, I got
couldn't
one."
pull it fast enough before the topic changed.
That was good.
Yeah, he was sitting on it. I like it. It's like Petrino
There's
telling the
truth to that.
players all week,
There's
this
truth to
play is
that.
going to score. We're going to run this play, and it's going to score. And then Edwards ready for that. Listen, just be real clear. I'm good. The attitude's great. I'm just also, you can have a great attitude and still point out that, they brought out
It's gone.
catfish instead of chicken that you ordered. I mean,
Well, you can't control the weather.
No, I'm just saying you can point something out that's not right. It's not, the weather's not right.
Well, I think it's gone beyond pointing out.
You can
it's just
decide not to
outright
get a sore
complaining.
throat.
Yeah.
That's what Edward's saying. You can decide not to
Well,
get
I
a
didn't
sore
say anything
throat.
about the sore
Well,
throat. It's just the weather.
I
It's
think
the
that's
weather.
what he is
The
saying.
complaints about the weather. It's
Well, I'm
beyond pointing out.
No, but I think sometimes people want to hear the way they're feeling too, that somebody else is feeling that way.
Well, maybe if they heard a positive perspective, they would feel uplifted,
Let me
and
just
their
add-
attitude would change.
Let me add this to it. The weather sucks right now, but it's going to be okay.
That's right. Look at the forecast.
Yeah.
It's going to be okay. It's going to be really nice this week and weekend.
I mean, why didn't you just add that earlier instead of giving me, why didn't you try to make me feel better? Like, honestly, like you could have just given that little positive piece of energy to me, but instead.
Well, now you have it.
It's
and there's
your
a lot-
fault
there's
he's
a lot of
negative,
day
Edward.
left.
Come on.
Yeah.
It's your fault.
Yeah, why don't you look in the mirror?
Yeah, that's right. Why don't you decide to have a good day?
Mike.
I have.
Mike, good morning. Fort Worth. How's Fort Worth this morning?
Fort Worth is going to be, I don't think it's going to rain, but it'll be partly cloudy and winds 20 miles an hour. So glad I'm not in Fayetteville where it's raining, I guess.
Yeah, look at that
But
positive
anyway.
outlook.
It can always be worse.
Yeah.
That's right.
Speaking of positive, Bo, you shot something off in my head, and I just can't get it out of my mind that we have an opportunity to get ahead, and I liked your idea about Petrino. I know there's other options, and I know that the coaches that could come in would be good, but he has an opportunity if he can get the Jimmys and Joes as that was promised when he said our resources are going to be great for the next head coach. If he can get that, we already know what he can do offensively. Get a defensive coordinator in and get the Jimmys and Joes. I don't see any reason why he can't be successful just like any other new coach.
Hey,
That is if he keeps the team.
the team seems to love playing for him. From what we're hearing from the players, we heard from Raylan Sharp earlier. He actually went out and endorsed Petrino as the head coach. Let's listen to this.
For me, being, with him and just knowing his background, man, you can just look it up and see what he's done throughout the years. Just his aura, man. We talk about it all the time. He has a different type of aura. A lot of people ask why the defense been playing the way they've been playing, man. It's his aura. Just being around him, everyone wants to be a winner. Everyone believes they want to be a winner. He puts, belief in you that, everybody can be a winner. But the biggest thing with him, he doesn't care about just football. He cares about life after football, what you turn into like after football with your kids, your family, your job. He cares about afterlife, about football, and I think that's the biggest thing with him. And, he's just a winner, and not just football, but life itself. And I love being around him. His grandkids and everybody were at the game last week, man, and, he's just a good person himself. He loves, being a Razorback. That's the biggest thing, man. He loves being a Razorback. He's going to do everything possible to, turn it around. And so, just keep stacking. We're going to keep playing for him. And whatever happens in the future, man, I know, God has it planned out. And so if he's here, I know he's going to make being a Razorback and Razorback fans happy in the future.
It is an interesting idea. I'm not saying it's the move. I mean, I don't have knowledge. I'm not privy to everything that's going on and everybody that's being talked to and who's interested and what they can do when they get here and can they raise a bunch of money and do they have connections in Arkansas and are people willing to follow that person's lead? But it's not the craziest idea I've ever heard, and I actually kind of like the idea. I mean, imagine just saying, okay, here's a 2-year deal. We're going to invest $10 million here. It's going to be more if we go get some other coach on a longer-term contract. Here's an incentive-based deal. You can actually add years to your contract if you do X, Y, and Z, and let them start working on it now in terms of the evaluating who might be in the portal. Getting recruits to like if you're recruiting right now, I've seen a lot of these decommitments. I've also seen a couple of commitments. But like if you're a player, how do you commit to Arkansas right now? How do you even make that? How do you even decide that's where I'm going to go until you know who the coach is going to be?
It's hard to put much stock in commitments or decommitments or recommitments. It's just hard to put much stock in that right now. I'm going to offer a little bit different view. I'm not necessarily against.
It's discussion.
Yeah, I'm not necessarily against the idea of naming him the head coach now, but I don't think it needs to be a bridge. I think if you're going to hire him, whoever you hire, you give him a 5-year deal. If you don't think Bobby Petrino can coach at 68, then don't hire him at 64. Look, we had the bridge year between Petrino, when John L. was here. You can go all the way back to the bridge between Ken Hatfield and you went through that period with Jack Crow and you ended up with Joe Kynes and Danny Ford and everyone said, well, let's get someone that'll lead us into this. Now we kind of hit it with Ford. Ford, this was back in the development era when you could actually develop players and they stayed with you. They were not very chiseled up front when he got here, but by the time he left, they were, and Houston not benefited from that. You had some tough football players that were ready to win. My point in all this is now, I think whoever your coach is going to be, you got to ride with that guy for a while. Look, this is, I hesitate to use the term dire straits, but I watched the games last Saturday, all of them involving conference teams in addition to ours, at least as much as I could. We know where we stand. We know where we stand in the pecking order right now in the conference. So I don't think you're in a position to build a bridge. I think you got to go all in. If Bobby Petrino's your guy, go all in.
That's good. Hold on, Chuck. Real quick. All right. Good point. You sold me.
I'm not saying it's the point. I'm just saying whoever you hire, you go all in.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I like it. I think I was trying to make everybody happy.
Well,
but just forget that. You do what's best.
You can't ask the people for money that you're going to have to ask for money for NIL and say, I'm not really sure how this is going to work out, but we need you for a little while.
That's another good point.
I think it's time to go all in. If it's Petrino, do it. If it's not, then let's move on.
Do they still have that right there at Subway when they make the perfect sub? Like, you go down the line.
I didn't know they did that.
Well, they did that for a while, at least
I didn't
some
know
of
that
them.
either.
Yeah, and there was a little bell at the end of the line. And if they made your sub just like you wanted, just enough lettuce, just enough black olives, just enough barely any onions, whatever it is, if they made it just like You wanted them to. It was the perfect sub, and you rang the
I
bell
didn't
at
know
the
that.
end of the deal.
Your best performance today.
And then there's a tip jar right next to it.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, JR and Shady Grove calls, and then.
Well, I think he's called, and maybe
that Shady Grove, like, I don't know what is their.
Try line 2.
Let's try that. Hey, JR, good morning.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Great.
Good.
Sorry about that. You know what? I just hope that we can take a lesson from history. History has a good way of showing us how to do things. I remember back in I think it was maybe the 90s, Alabama. You remember they went through Mike Shula and was it DeBose and went through and
who's that
one
guy?
they
Francione.
I can't,
No, the other guy with the Pensacola situation.
Oh, Mike Price.
Yeah.
Mike Price.
Sammy's.
Yeah, roll tide.
He's rolling, baby.
Yeah. If we can take a lesson from that and realize, you know what, the money's just going to have to flow. I mean, that's just what's going to have to happen. I mean, there's no point in just trying to. I think one of you said yesterday we're going to have to, or I can't remember. We're going to have to either crap or get off the toilet on this. With coming up with the money.
I don't know that those were the exact words, JR.
No, it wasn't. No, that was
You're
me. That was
paraphrasing,
me.
of course.
Yeah. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, that's what my mom used to say. So.
Were you in there trying to avoid doing the dishes?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Anyway, I just it's all about the money. We all know that.
Steal that.
We all they got to get on the money. The money train's going to have to arrive if we're going to try to make something out of that. So that's just where I'm at.
Thanks,
But
JR.
Alabama's a good history lesson.
Well, they had a hard time replacing Bear Bryant. They hired Ray Perkins, and that didn't work out, and they just had a hard time finding their way out.
Yeah, and then they got Saban.
And everything changed.
Yeah, 877-377-6963. Hey, things can change for you. If you're in a bad spot, you need some help, Cadell Reynolds can help you out. They've been fighting for Arkansans, Bill Reynolds, and the attorneys at Cadell Reynolds for a long time. They know how to get results, from car wrecks to denied disability claims, filing for bankruptcy, whatever it might be. You can get a free consultation at CadellReynolds.com. Or just give them a call, 866-314-3728. Cadell Reynolds, make the right call. 714.
They're
Good
all
morning.
crazy. And I don't mean that in a critical way. We got issues in this room. I'm going to be truthful about that.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Some moments just call for something unforgettable. At Blakeman's, you don't just buy a diamond. You create an unforgettable experience. Their newly remodeled space is stunning with Cafe B right inside and their in-house diamond expert that'll help you find the perfect piece every time. That's just part of the Blakeman's experience. When you see the purple bag, you know it's something special. It always saves the day. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. It's more than jewelry. It's your story.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
There's simply not a better shopping experience than Macadoodles. Looking for the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits? Macadoodles or Guess Who in Bentonville has you covered. With an unbeatable selection, amazing prices, and service that's unbeatable, they've got everything you need. Whether you're stocking up for a party, updating your bar, or just grabbing your favorites, Roger and the team are always there to help. Make the smart choice. Macadoodles, just north of Bella Vista at the state line, and Guess Who in Bentonville.
High school sports in Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley have never had a bigger stage. I'm Melissa Orange, host of the Varsity Vibe podcast, and every week we'll be bringing you the stories, highlights, and moments that matter most to our communities. Don't miss a beat. Subscribe to our newsletter, check out the Varsity Vibe podcast, and follow us on social media for the latest scores and spotlight features. Get it all at varsityvibearkansas.com.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
You hear that? You hear that?
Back to Save Sports Radio.
That's special.
one thing, but listen, what a great show the best sports show in the state is no doubt the Chuck and Bo Show. No doubt about it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
We got the first, I guess the preseason Joe Lunardi bracketology is out.
That's right.
Arkansas projected to be the number 5 seed in one of those regionals.
5 seed playing Northern Iowa in San Diego.
San Diego. I think it's San Diego.
Is that thing ever right?
I would expect Arkansas to be a higher seed.
They're going to be higher than a 5 seed.
Why is Joe Lunardi coming out with the 5 seed? Like, seriously.
Well,
Arkansas's roster, even if you've never seen them play, you look at that roster, don't you think, man, they're going to be really good? Are there rosters, like that many rosters ahead of Arkansas?
Well, here's the thing. Here's why I think Arkansas will be higher than a 5 seed. I think, one, to your point, Bo, they have an exceptional roster and just a load of talent that appears to play very well together. Beyond that, their schedule sets them up to have one of the best resumes in the country if they win some of these non-conference games and then they play well in SEC play. They're going to have an undeniable resume, and that alone is going to push them up the seed line because they're going to beat a lot of these teams, I think, that are seated higher than they are. And according to Joey Brackets.
Where does Jerry Palm have him? Where does his brother Ken have him?
Well, Jerry.
There it is.
That's my favorite Chuck and Bo Show moment.
We talked about it yesterday.
We did. We made that joke in the 6 o'clock hour.
Oh, did you really?
What did I say? I never got to it yesterday. What did I say I was going to ask Chuck about when he got in here?
Well, I made the joke, and then I said, "Oh, Chuck loves that joke. We need to make it again." He laughs.
No, there was
I
something
do.
else.
It's always funny.
There was something else I was going to ask Chuck that was going to make him really uncomfortable, but I forget what it was.
Tracking his phone.
Oh, yeah. We were wondering when you're not with us, like you were in Memphis, and let's just say you didn't show up at 7 o'clock yesterday like you said you were going to. And we've been thinking that you travel a lot, and we were wondering if it'd be okay if you just shared your location with us.
Probably not. But
just in case anything happens to you.
I
just with the family here.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
would you mind sharing your location with us?
I would mind. Yes, I would. Hey, but now let me say this. Let me say this. This trip, I would have been as safe can be. My social life this trip was nil. I mean, it was absolutely nothing.
That's what Petrino calls NIL.
Yeah,
Did you catch that
nil,
yesterday? He calls it nil.
Yeah, I heard that.
He calls it the nil.
The nil.
The nil.
Yeah, the nil.
I kind of like it.
Yeah.
Chris in Heber Springs.
Go.
No.
Yeah, well, we went to Bard for the bracketology story, and then we pirated the same.
No, well, I was just Chuck. You missed this. We discovered that Jerry Palm has started his own site now.
Really?
He's working.
Jerry Palm site?
Yeah. He's working for himself.
PalmBrackets.com.
Is there like an about page? Like
it's going to
drop
blow
down
up the
menu?
internet
a little
when we
bit,
get to
yeah.
March.
I've been doing this for 30-something years. Can we get some Jerry Palm today?
Yeah.
For those of you who have followed me
me a
for a
minute.
while,
Yeah.
you likely remember that I got my start in this industry in 1994 by creating my own websites to track the RPI and do NCAA tournament bracket projections.
And that all worked out well until an appearance on the Chuck and Bo Show. Some little obscure show in Arkansas. Those guys ruined my career. Now I got to create my own website.
Jerry,
Nobody even knows who I am anymore.
You ruined your career by publicly speaking and trying to explain yourself.
This website looks like it was created at the dawn of the internet.
Oh man,
His grandkids probably did it in school.
No, you could do this in Squarespace in like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Like,
maybe you should offer to do
maybe
Jerry, if you'll come
parts-
on the show
parts
weekly
services.
during the season.
Well, you need to save his career because you could come in. I can see it now. I mean, Bart's locks are going to be the integral part of Jerry Palm's new website, and you morph into your March stuff, and before you know it, you're a national personality.
Bruiser Flint coming up in mere moments here on the Chuck and Bo Show. We got some Jerry.
Do we want to remember?
Yeah, let's remember Jerry Palm
June
on Chuck and Bo.
31st.
Yeah, June 30th.
I've been doing this 30 years, and your conference record doesn't matter. It's not criteria. It's not even on the team sheet. They don't care how you did in your league. The games, your conference games are on your team sheet. Arkansas just doesn't have a good record against better teams. They're strength of schedule is always a factor. So it's like a 10-12 against the top 3 quadrants. And the committee doesn't look at that number specifically, but if you're below 500 against the top 3 quadrants, there's probably a reason, and that reason is usually you're not good enough. So, but no, in fact, I haven't really studied that. I just think that the strength of the league is helping the bubble teams because your strength of schedule is still pretty good. It makes it difficult to be specific about anything. How you perform in the conference specifically, your conference record, your conference standing, that's not relevant. Your conference games matter because all of your games matter, but they all matter equally. Conference games don't get in special weight. I've been doing this 30 years.
Glad I asked.
That's so bad. We can't.
That is.
I feel terrible.
That is
actually.
brutal.
Like we're so bad. With 7:25, Bruiser Flint is coming up next, and then we'll get to your calls. Oh my gosh. You're right, Chuck. You're right. You're right.
You're not wrong, Chuck.
Because we don't want.
That's really all I wanted to hear.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Are you looking for tough, reliable equipment from people you can trust? WT Equipment is your local family-owned dealership with 8 locations across Arkansas. And yep, they're big-time hog fans too. From Bobcat to New Holland, Hustler, Steel, and more. They carry the brands you know and trust to get the job done. Whether it's equipment or implements, WT Equipment has the tools you need, including a full lineup of Bobcat machines built for power and performance. Stop by your nearest WT Equipment today.
Truck Month is here at Chevrolet of Fayetteville, and the savings are big. Get up to $12,000 off new Silverados, up to $8,000 off Chevy 2500s, and up to $5,000 off Chevy Colorado. That's real money back in your pocket. Plus more inventory, more discounts, and better service than anywhere else in Northwest Arkansas. Stop by today and see Chris, Mark, and Denver at Chevrolet of Fayetteville. Chevrolet of Fayetteville. Together, let's drive.
You know what else makes you an Arkansas Razorback fan? Going to the University of Arkansas. How about playing football for the team?
The Chuck and Bo Show.
can we just admit that a lot of these national college football media guys just have no earthly idea what they're talking about? All this stuff that you hear, it doesn't mean anything. It means absolutely nothing. Less now than ever before, I think. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't listen to this show.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
We can say exhibition game, this was on the road. How bad did they want this game? What? They came, but guys, you're playing at Arkansas they want us so bad. That's what you're going to face, but we all know now, just keep playing. And whatever adjustments we'll make. Just keep playing.
That's Cal in the locker room after the game at Memphis. You can see the follow on Hogs Plus. There's another basketball feature on Hogs Plus. Bruiser Flint was on the bench next to Cal watching the game, coaching the game, and he's joining us on the Chuck and Bo Show now, Arkansas basketball assistant. Coach, welcome. Good morning.
Good morning, guys. What's going on?
Man, we're watching this team, and, we've been hearing about them, and it looks like you got a great roster, and then you turn on the TV, and you're like, man, that looks a little different this year. That was a good team, obviously a good run last year. Well, what have you been seeing from these guys through 2 exhibition games?
Well, coaches look at it a little differently than fans.
Yeah.
We still think we got a long way to go. But we did have 2 good exhibition games. I think our guys played really hard, played with great intensity. They got to clean up some things. I mean, season really hasn't started yet, so Monday's the first game. But I think we feel good about where we are, but I think we know we have to get better.
Cal kept saying during that game, which was weird to watch during the game, him have a headset on the sideline for a minute, while he's trying to coach. But he said, we need this. And then he talked about it after the game. We needed this. How pleased were you with the way that your team responded after kind of getting punched in the mouth early?
Well, I'll be honest with you. One of the things about the game was it was a quick turnaround. Usually when you do exhibition games, you give yourself about a week to get ready for the next one. So we played on Friday. Usually you give yourself either till the next weekend or late the next week to play. But it was a quick turnaround for us. Plus, it was a road game. We had a lot of stuff going on there with Cal coming back and his former players. So we weren't necessarily, our prep wasn't extensive. And I thought our guys really handled it pretty well. I think that's one of the things, looking back, you got to see, because you're going to have quick turnaround games in which your prep is not what we call a physical prep. It's more of a walkthroughs and film and things like that. So I thought our guys really handled it well. We didn't get off to a great start, but we kept playing. And like Cal said, as long as we keep playing, we got to give ourselves a chance to try to win.
It was interesting to me that he said that after the game, because it looked like at the beginning that, the Razorbacks were kind of, getting into it, so to speak, gradually, and Memphis comes out super sharp. But I just wonder on the bench, when you find yourself in a situation like that, not just in that game, but maybe generally speaking, just continuing to play, making the adjustments, knowing that you've got the talent to come back and win the game. It just seemed like that was pretty evident in the first half too.
Yeah, we did. But you got to give them credit. They were ready. I mean, they made some.
They did.
They came
You're
out.
right.
They made some shots, and I thought we missed some easy ones to start the game. We missed a few layups. We missed a couple foul shots. They came out. They pushed the ball. They knocked down a few threes. Little Doug McDaniels. He came out. He was super hot to start the game. And I got to give our bench credit. They came in and gave us a spark. Malik Thomas came in, knocked down some threes for us. Next thing you know, we gradually started getting back in the game. We picked up our defense also, too. We got some steals. We got a couple stops, and then we kept going. But, like I said, we gradually just came back in. We kept up our intensity. A lot of that had to do with Malik. He played extremely well. He brought the intensity. He made some shots for us. And then, like I said, we just gradually got back in the game.
Yeah, Malik hit 2 threes in the first half that stopped runs. And, you've been around a while. Talk about Malik Thomas and maybe how he compares. He looks like he looks like an All-American's what he looks like.
So far, so good. I'll put it to you that way. So now he's played well. One thing I like about him is he really competes. He plays with great intensity. He's led us in rebounding in 2 games because he sticks his nose in there. He got a toughness about him. Still a freshman. You guys get all the fans, they get all crazy about him, but these games really aren't real. And a whole bunch of I wouldn't say pressure, but I think he's done an unbelievable job of picking up our energy and really competing. And you know what? He scores the ball. I mean, you see that. The one thing he has a knack for scoring, that what he was known for as a high school player, and he's been able to do it in our 2 exhibition games.
Bruiser Flint, Arkansas basketball assistant with us here on the Chuck and Bo Show. Coach, when you've got really good players, guys that know they can go get a bucket, and adversity piles up a little bit, sometimes a team turns into individuals that know they can go get a bucket, and then it doesn't happen, and then it just kind of builds. It looked like to me these guys at some point in the game just kept becoming more of a team. Well, how difficult is that when you recruit the kind of players and the return the kind of players that you have from last year to get them to rely and play on each other and play together?
Well, one thing I will say since we started with this group was I always felt as though they're a good passing team. And if you're a good passer, you always feel as though a guy gives you the ball when you're open. So, and I think we've had that type of chemistry from the beginning, even in the summertime. I always felt that way. I don't know about the other coaches, but I always thought, though, you know what, we got a chance to have a team that's a pretty good passing team. So we won't have super high turnovers. That's when you start playing individually. That starts to happen. But I always felt as though we would share the ball with one another, and we've been able to do it in the game. And so guys know, hey, if I'm open, I'm usually going to get the pass. They look for it. They're ready to shoot when it comes to them. So I felt good about that actually in the summertime. About we'll be a team that plays what we call station to station, or will we be able to move the ball, move the defense, and be able to get guys easier shots? And I think we've been able to do that so far.
What have the 2 bigs that you got, Ewan and Pringle? What's your feeling on that situation inside? I mean, you won the rebounding battle the other night. It seems like that area has been addressed pretty well.
Yeah, I think the guys have given us what we need. I think Malik scored the ball for us a little bit. He was a scorer at Florida State. Mm-hmm. So, I think we need that a little bit. And Nick plays. I know he got a little foul trouble, but Nick plays with great energy. He took a charge, which they don't call charges anymore. Right. So he took a charge. They're like, dude, just go vertical. You know what I mean? Even the referee was like, yo, we don't call that anymore. You know what I mean? Tell the guy to go vertical, right? But those guys, I think, are a good combination. Nick plays with great energy. Malik is the scorer. Malik struggled, I thought, a little bit in our Cincinnati game. But he played towards what we were looking for more in the game against Memphis. He gave us some points. Like you said, we rebounded the ball, and I think that's going to be key. I think this team will be a good scoring team. Now we got to have some balance. Your guards can't shoot all threes and try to score all the points. We need a little points around the basket, and we got that a little bit from those guys.
Boy, the schedule sets you up to have all the experience you need at the end of the year. Not only in conference, but just the non-conference schedule that you play. And I know Cal does this routinely, right? But I've heard also a lot of, college basketball people that have covered him for a long time say, yeah, but he really does it when he thinks he's got a really good team. What will it be like navigating this schedule, and how does it benefit you?
Well, I think all coaches do that. They think they're really good, they'll play anybody. Now Cal has a reputation because he's had a lot of really good teams.
That's fair. That's fair.
I think it sort of fell in place. A little bit of it is, exposure, being on TV, those types of things like that, being in those games. Cal likes to play in those games, and which is specialty games, Duke on Thanksgiving, Houston, in a game in New Jersey. You know, he's not a guy who likes to go on these trips and do all those things like that. But you know, he likes to play those games where it's a, you know, hey, you know, you're playing one game as a, you know, one game specialty game, and that's why we scheduled it this year. And I think things just fell into place. You know, Texas Tech and Dallas just fell into place that way. Now when you look back, you say to yourself, "Oh my goodness!" Especially when everything started coming about who was ranked and who was in the Elite Eight teams. We didn't necessarily, when we were scheduling these games, say we're not going to play that team because they were in the Elite Eight last year. We just looked around and said, "Oh my goodness, they were in the Elite Eight last year." So, but Cal's always challenged himself. Even when we go back to our UMass days, he's always challenged himself in terms of the schedule, get you ready for league play.
You know, we obviously focus on the Elite Eight teams, the big guys, but even like Southern, Monday night, I saw where Joe Lenardi's got them projected to be in the NCAA tournament. Yeah.
I saw that myself. I was like, we were playing Southern. They picked them to go to the tournament, right? But even last year, Lipscomb and Troy and one other team, we played like 4 teams other than the big boys that actually either played for their conference championship or made it to the NCAA tournament and played in some other postseason. So even our schedule last year, the teams that people think you're supposed to beat, we played some pretty good teams. And like I said, it got us ready.
You know, Chuck was mentioning Acuff earlier, and maybe it was even during a break, about, man, he gets downhill and can get by really good guards so fast. What kind of added dynamic does he bring to this team?
Well, I like it because I think he plays a great balance. He doesn't necessarily get out of control. And that's what he does. I mean, people told us that you got to worry about him not passing the ball as a high school player. And to be honest with you, he's been great at it. He's been a big reason why I think we share. When your point guard shares the ball, that makes your whole team, the whole dynamic of your team, so much better. And you know what? He can go get one when we need to. And those guys have always done well with Cal. If you look at his players from the past, if he has a dynamic point guard that can really go get a shot, then he lets them go get it. But also those two really learn how to play the position and be the general out on the floor.
Coach, starting year 2 here on Monday. So you guys have been here a year or plus now. Does it feel like a completely different world, having just gotten here, trying to scrape together a roster, figure out who's going to be on your team, versus having a summer and then you had injuries? You know, last year you couldn't really practice like in the off season like you wanted to. Does it feel like this that you've been here a while now?
Well, yeah. Well, one of the big things in college basketball now is retention. You know what I mean? Like Penny, you got a whole new team. He had 15 new players from last year. I mean, I think that's really hard. And we were able to, bring back DJ, bring back Billy, bring back Carter, bring back TB. So we were able to have some retention. That helps your guys who you bring in that are new, because they have a little bit of feel for what Cal does, how he has to do it. They help coach. When you have retention and you have some good players coming back, and all those guys played a lot of minutes, they'll help. And the guys making their adjustment and coming into the team, whether they're freshmen, whether they're transfers, I think that makes a huge difference for us. I think you can see it a little bit when we play. So I think retention is a big thing. Like I said, Cal always is able to put it together. He's always been able. He has a reputation of having good players and putting them together and making them play hard. So that type of stuff is easier. But having those guys back has been big. I think it really helped in terms of our attitude. We made a nice run last year, and I think that's really helped us in our adjustment and adding the new players.
All right, we'll get you out of here with this. Bruiser's a big Phillies fan, and they're not in the World Series. But I wonder, whose side of this are you on? Or are you L.A., Toronto? What are you just watching Ohtani? How are you viewing the World Series when you get a minute?
Well, I just go back and forth because my team lost, so I don't care who wins anymore now. So once we got, especially we lost to the Dodgers. Dodgers been, I'm a little old, so I remember the Dodger Phillies from the late '70s and '80s. So and I know the Dodgers they put us in misery a lot of times. So, but once once my Phillies go out, I'll watch it because there's not much else on, and I'm a big sports person. But I don't really care about who wins the games. Although the games have been, when we got off the plane the other night, and I was like, the game is still on. It was like 2:00 in the morning. I said to Chris Willard, I was like, dude, they're still playing. And he's like, no way. I said, I'm telling you, they're still playing. So we turned it on our phones as we're getting off, and that's when the guy hit the home run. So it was crazy.
18
it was
innings.
Crazy.
Wild.
How about that?
Well, hey, congrats on the exhibition season. I know that's all it is, but good luck to you guys this year. Appreciate you always coming on the show, and we'll see you out there on Monday.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, guys. I'll see you guys.
Thanks,
All
Bruiser.
right.
Appreciate it, man. Bruiser Flint, Arkansas basketball assistant. Good dude. He's fun.
Oh, he's a good guy.
He likes to have a good time and loves what he's doing, and they look like they're going to be a lot of fun to watch. We got to hit a break at 7:46. Back on the Chuck and Bo Show in a minute. 877-377-6963. Hey, if you're watching a game, don't forget to take Flight by Yingling with you. You can pick it up at a game. You can also take it to a tailgate if you're going to a game this Saturday, or you're watching a game at Walk-Ons. Ask for it on draft. The next generation of light beer. 95 calories, but it tastes like a Yingling. Flight by Yingling.
I could be mistaken, but I did read it.
It's pretty even.
It could have been incorrect, but I did read it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Football season's here, and Flight by Yingling is the light beer built for game days. Tastes like a Yingling, but it's a light beer, and only 95 calories. Flight raises the bar for what a light beer should be, and now it comes in a 16-ounce resealable twist-off aluminum bottle and skinny cans. Perfect for tailgates, watch parties, or just kicking back after the game. Pick it up at your favorite store or ask your bartender. Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer. Cutting corners is generally a bad idea. And when it comes to roofing, it's real bad. That's why Teamwork Roofing and Construction uses only the best materials, like Malarkey shingles, which perform better, protect longer, and are more sustainable. Residential or commercial. Got a complicated job? They've got the certified crews ready to deliver on time and on budget. You need a roof that's built on quality and powered by Teamwork. Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Log on to teamworkbuilt.com and get a quote today. That's teamworkbuilt.com.
Arkansas's one-stop automotive shop is right around the corner. Fayetteville Auto Park. FayettevilleAutoPark.com. Chevy, Toyota, Honda, Acura, Collision Center, all in one place. And if you're shopping pre-owned, Fayetteville Auto Park has you covered. With so many new cars sold, we always have a great selection of fresh trades. Why settle for anything less than the best? Fayetteville Auto Park, West Showroom Drive in Fayetteville. Proud sponsor of the Chuck and Bo Show.
Oaklawn is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
When is the last time you thought, oh, the SEC's making an announcement today, and it's going to be good for the Hogs?
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Do you enjoy fake AI-generated stories?
I do.
And getting
I
scammed on
do.
the internet?
I do.
Facebook is for you.
That's what I like. That's what I want.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I'm not doing I'm disappointed in myself.
What's that?
But I was looking for something to have on last night, and I didn't even know the World
Oh,
Series
it was a cornucopia of sports last night. You had the World Series, the Knicks were playing, you had college football. I mean, all you need is a remote.
Who played in college football?
All you need is a remote. Well, it was one of those.
Kennesaw State.
Yeah, Kennesaw State always plays Tuesday night.
They are bowl eligible in their first season to have a chance to go to a bowl game.
Who's their mascot?
The Owls, I think.
Okay. Well, I just hate that I missed the World Series. I'm running out of games here.
Well, you heard Bruiser Flint talking about it. That sparked a thought that I watched the game, and I declared during the break to the room that, the Blue Jays really showed a lot last night. After losing that 18-inning game,
and I heard
they came back and won last night. I knew I was talking to an empty
That's what
room.
you told Everett. And that was when I started listening.
Yeah.
And I was like, what's he talking about?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I knew that was the reaction.
Did he speak at Rotary the other day? Like, what is he talking about? An empty what?
That's
and you were talking about us.
I was
You were not
talking
paying
about,
attention to you at
Bart,
all.
I said, I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't know if they would come back and win. And Bart said, well, I'm going to be equally honest with you. I didn't even know they were playing. And so that
I truly had no idea there was a World Series game last night.
But Bart's a smart guy.
Like, that's,
so, I mean,
I
I alerted you that the
Baseball,
pivotal
man.
Game 5 is
They're
tonight.
marketing so bad.
The pivotal Game 5 is tonight.
Rod,
they should all be fired,
It's their
Bart.
fault.
Rod Manfred. should
Rod,
be.
good
It's
morning.
his
This
fault
is
you
not
didn't
Rod
know.
Manfred. This is Rod on I-40. Rod, good morning.
Good morning. I'm glad you gave me a few minutes to mentally recompose myself after listening to Jerry Palm. It really painfully made my ears bleed.
Yeah,
Don't
I
do
couldn't
that
believe
again,
how bad
please.
that was when I heard it back.
That hurts. But I think we should put the tag on for Trino and be done with it. Please do away with the hot seat for a while. I mean, it confuses the players and the whole situation. He'll be all right. Just give him some incentive. I think you're right.
Lock him up.
I love the basketball team. I mean, I know they play with their food a little bit, but man, when they get on, they're on. Wow. So, well, basketball's fine.
I've never heard
fine.
anyone
Just go ahead.
describe a team as they play with their food a little bit.
Well, they do. They kind of came out and said, we not really want to be here. It's only been a couple of days, and we really haven't had no rest. Oh, these guys are beating us? Oh, that's not going to happen. And that's when they turned on the Jets, and that was all over. So, yeah, I mean, it was a little boring at first, I could admit. But
Well, it was it was late.
Yeah.
It was getting late in the evening on Monday.
Yeah.
No, they turned it on. They'll be fine. Hey, here's the deal. He was talking about, Bruiser was talking about retention. Memphis is one of 9 teams that didn't return a single player from their roster a year ago. He recruited his son. He got his son to transfer from St. Mary's to Memphis. And he's not a great player. He's a good player. He's not a great player. But I honestly think he probably brought him home just so he could tell the other guys, hey, this is what he's like. This is what to expect. This is how he does it. Because when there's no one to tell all the new guys what it's going to be like, I don't think you start from the same point that teams with 3 or 4 players back do. I think it's an advantage for Arkansas is what I'm saying.
We're coming up on 8 o'clock. The weather feels crummy, but as Edward will tell you, you don't have to feel crummy.
You can decide.
You can decide to feel great today. Highs in the mid-50s, rainy for much of the state, but sunshine in your heart. When it comes to watching games, nobody does it like Walk-Ons. Over 60 TVs at every location, and the food and drinks win. Mouth-watering Louisiana cuisine like po' boys and gumbo, plus fan favorites like the best burger you can get anywhere, and more draft beers and cocktails than you can count. Incredible food, wonderful service, and a viewing experience like none other. Walk-On Sports Bistro. We live for this.
This fall, don't just pay for a heating tune-up. Make it part of a Paschal membership and get year-round benefits for your home. For as low as $8.99 a month, your annual tune-up is included. Plus, members get exclusive discounts on air, plumbing, and electric services. Don't wait until there's a problem. Protect your home, budget, and peace of mind with Paschal. Visit gopaschal.com to learn more and join today. And Razorback fans, we We've got exciting news. Haskell is now proud to be the official air, plumbing, and electric provider of the Arkansas Razorbacks.
Buying or selling a home's a big deal, and you want someone who is with you every step of the way. That's why those of us at the Chuck and Bo Show wholeheartedly recommend Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, because we've experienced it. They've been my partners for life. They're Bo's partner now, and I promise you, when you become involved with Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, they'll become your partners for life too. They've been turning houses into homes since 1978, and you can always log on and check out their selection at WeicherGriffin.com.
Need help growing your brand with strategy and creativity? At Vanquish Marketing, the mission is simple. Help businesses grow with clarity, kindness, and excellence. They don't just run ads or manage campaigns. They come alongside brands as a true partner. By creating data-driven marketing funnels and building strategies that scale, they equip their clients for long-term success. Guided by their core values, they know growth is about more than transactions. It's about people. Visit vanquish.marketing to jumpstart your brand today.
Chris in Fayetteville. You're on the news, weather, information station.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey, we're full service, baby.
The Chuck and Bo Show. Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
Absolutely, it's an attractive job. Northwest Arkansas is a great place to live. It's a great place with a lot of money around it. And I think with the facilities, with some of the boosters that surround the program, there is no reason whatsoever Arkansas couldn't be one of the 12 teams in the college football playoff. But, oh, by the way, that's probably going to expand. So now you're talking, a 16-team playoff? Mm-hmm. I mean, you're damn right you can win at Arkansas.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I would resist the urge to drink this morning.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night. Love y'all to death, Jeff.
You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The show of record for Razorback fans.
Driving my son to school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, let's turn on the Chuck and Bo Show.
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still half asleep.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
We have a really tight-knit locker room, so we already have like a really good vibe in the locker room, so a win would mean so much more to us. I think it's gonna be a really good feeling when we get that taste out of our mouth and get back after a game with a win.
Rohan Jones, Chuck, one of the players that spoke yesterday.
It's going to be at the Catfish Hole tonight, by the way.
That's I almost said Sam Pittman live.
Yeah.
So used to saying it.
There was Chad Morris's first show. I think I was going to a break. I started Brett B. I got to the Brett B, and you could hear the woo.
Just gets in your sub.
Hole.
Yeah.
Well, you just get in the habit of saying it.
Always a win at the Catfish Hole. There'll be a win tonight. Be a good crowd. It'll be fun. This weather will not dampen the spirits of the attendees.
Well, I was looking at the forecast, and it's going to stop as we move through the day.
Yeah.
That's the word on my phone.
When?
Well, like afternoon.
Okay.
Something like that.
Something to look forward to.
Yeah.
So
Edward said it was going to be 70 degrees. Is it tomorrow?
No, this is next week.
Oh, okay, next week.
So when I pick Lennox
up
from cheer
weekend,
practice, it's gonna be better.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
I'm not gonna need to go in there with an umbrella and get her.
No, you'll be okay.
I'll just be sitting
Think
out
positively,
there, ready to go.
Okay,
that's what you want me to
wish
do?
the rain away.
So, good weekend. The weather's gonna be good for the game. Is that right?
58 degrees, partly sunny.
Wow,
that's a beautiful
that is
fall
a beautiful football Saturday
atmosphere.
58 degrees.
Arkansas is a 5-point favorite in this game.
Wow.
It's dropped since the start of the show. It's down to 4.5 now. I just checked.
People wagering on this game.
Yeah.
I mean, think about that. People wagering on this game. Somebody's going to win, Bart.
By rule, somebody has to win the
Bart's,
game. Yes.
Bart's been pouring over opening night in college basketball, strictly for gambling purposes, of course.
It's opening night.
Monday night.
That's opening night.
Nationwide.
What time does Arkansas play on Monday?
6.
Oh, yeah. Chuck's,
it's an early tip.
Chuck's ready to go for that.
Yeah.
What's it on? What's it on besides the Razorback Sports Network with Z and Chuck?
SEC Network.
The SEC Network.
Proper.
The network.
Southern is a projected NCAA tournament team, according to Joe Lunardi.
The Jaguars.
Joey Brackets has
they'll have a chance to win their
a
league.
bracket out.
They're picked to win their league, I think.
Yeah.
Either first or second.
It's a good bit of schedule.
Thus, I mean, he's got him as an automatic qualifier, but going to the first 4.
877-377-6963. So here we are. We got basketball season starting on Monday. We got another football game on Saturday, the first of 4 left. They play, then they have a bye week, then they go to LSU, Texas, and have Missouri at home. What happens if they win this game? They go to LSU and win, they go to Texas and win, and they're playing Missouri for a bowl game. Is that possible? Does that sound ridiculous because they've lost 6 straight?
It's not ridiculous. It's not likely, but, I mean, it's not ridiculous. But, you can't win at LSU or Texas until you got to win at home. Let's win Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, it's not ridiculous because, Mississippi State's lost 16 straight games. The battle for the boot is now the battle of the booted this year.
Clever.
Texas is not
Somebody's going to get a trophy in that game.
The battle of the booted. That's good.
Thank you.
That's good.
Hey, these guys, if they can go out and win on
Can I
Saturday,
steal that?
they're going to be excited
Absolutely.
to play at LSU. Do we know what time that game is?
LSU game?
Yeah.
It's an early game.
It's an early game.
Yeah.
Early window.
Good sign. Good sign.
If you're going to play LSU and Baton Rouge in early games, what you want, yes.
Hey, I'm still listen. I haven't quit on the football season. Like I'm just excited, as excited. I can't say as I was for the like the Notre Dame game or the Ole Miss Memphis game. There's more excitement, but I'll be ready to go on Saturday. I'm looking forward to the game.
Well, and I mean the one thing we know is next
ready to watch.
Monday it's going to be what's next, because somebody's going to get fired this weekend. There's going to be some dramatic turn of events in college football.
Oh yeah, who's getting fired? This
Yeah, I
weekend?
mean somebody.
That's a great point.
Hugh Freeze is still on the
Predict
clock. I mean, think about this. Think about just how the weekend transpired. Arkansas plays.
Oh, if they lose to Kentucky at home, Hugh Freeze is getting fired.
Right. But you think about this.
On the field.
Arkansas played over the weekend, played football on Saturday, lost. By the time Monday rolls around, Brian Kelly's firing at LSU has topped virtually every game that was played over the weekend. I mean, it is the story. And whether we're joking about it or whether it's true or not, these games do get in the way of our discussion about coaching searches. And we'll have something there Monday. That's for sure.
How many SEC jobs are going to open up at some point during this coaching cycle?
Well, there's going to be at least one more.
Because right now you have Arkansas, Florida, LSU. I think Auburn is probably going to open. I think Kentucky is going to open.
We're just talking about the guys who are going to get fired. What if somebody leaves?
Right, that's what I'm saying.
What if Sark goes pro the way somebody reported he
Eli
might?
Drinkwitz takes the Florida job or takes another job, leaves Missouri, then that one's open. I mean, I think you're looking at a situation where half the league might have new coaches
Clark
next
Lee.
year.
Vanderbilt, you think he stays?
Here's the thing about an SEC coach, though.
I mean,
unless
maybe.
you
got a lot of money.
Well, unless you get a top job at a Big Ten school, there's only so many schools where you can make that kind of money.
Right.
And so I do think if Eli Drinkwitz leaves Missouri, for example, high probability it's going to be for another SEC school. If Lane Kiffin leaves Ole Miss, high probability SEC school. Because this is where the action is, and this is where the money is. And they can't take a job at Oklahoma State or Arizona State or even USC and make the kind of money they can make in the SEC. 6? Are you up to 6 yet, Bart? Both hands. Both hands. Thinking out loud.
I'm going to say 7 SEC teams have new
All right,
coaches
who
next
else
year.
beyond what's happened so far?
Arkansas, Auburn, Florida, Georgia, Kentucky.
Georgia.
Or I'm sorry, not Georgia. Arkansas, Auburn, Florida, Kentucky, LSU, Missouri, Oklahoma.
South Carolina.
Hey, what
Hey,
Rebels, man?
here's the deal.
how about
South
that?
Carolina, I wouldn't put that out of the consideration either. Beamer might take another job, stay ahead of the posse.
When the preseason predictions come out in July, if you're picked in the top 8 of the SEC and you don't win the league, there's a pretty good chance you're going to get fired. I mean, we have gotten to the point, you think, and Brian Kelly's a perfect example. If you don't win the conference, if you're not in a position to win the conference at a place like LSU, you're going to get fired.
I will say this, and I do not like to defend LSU, and I think this was probably a bit of an I definitely think it was an overreaction, even though I don't particularly care for Brian Kelly. The previous 3 LSU coaches had won a national title by this point, and all had better records at this point than Brian Kelly did.
And all of them got fired.
And all of them got fired just the same.
That's right.
But
and the other thing is that was not this era.
Right.
So
That's right.
Portal, all that.
100%.
I have a question.
Just a little context.
I have a question for you. Go ahead. I'll
Well,
let you go
the
first.
one thing that I was going to say about LSU's situation, we've seen it here before and other places have too. Only the people inside really know how good or bad it really is. And I get the feeling, the more I read about the LSU situation, inside the building, it was bad. And when that happens, that's when things like this usually happen.
Brian Kelly, he's an interesting cat, isn't he?
That's one way to put it.
Well, do you think he has anger issues?
A little bit. Yeah.
Do you think there's a lot of yelling in just meetings and
yes,
and like 1 minute he's drinking fine wine and the next minute he's yelling?
Guys, let me tell you, he hasn't not cornered the market on that when it comes to college football coaches.
Sure.
I mean,
he's just demonstratively visible.
But what I mean is he comes off in this other way. You know what I mean?
He does.
He kind of plays this role.
Purple-faced on the sidelines.
Yeah.
You know,
he's easy to get mad at.
It's very visible.
He's easy to not like.
But then, and apparently he has a lot of buttons, and they're easy to push.
You've not heard a lot
His
of people.
press conferences are
Can you imagine him and the AD
hilariously bad,
just
man.
yelling at each other, and then the governor walks in and he's like, "You're fired."
Yeah, see you later.
It sounds like the governor's the one that really was really mad at him.
That's what happened. I mean, that's just a.
When you really read it, they argued, and the governor came in and said, "Get out of here."
Well, with all the rain we've been having, you may have noticed you've got a drainage issue,
do.
or you don't
I
have
do.
gutters that
Many
are
do.
working. I've had hog gutters come look at my stuff, hog trough gutters. You get some standing water in an area. They can do it all. With Hog Trough Gutters, you're working with a local company. They've been doing it right for over 30 years. Fully licensed Arkansas contractors, fully insured, and every job comes with a written 20-year warranty. So you should never have to pay up front for regular gutters. You don't have to do that with Hog Trough. They'll do hydro test every system on site the day it's installed, so they don't even have to come back. Seamless gutters, trenching, French drains, all done right the first time. Visit hoggutters.com, hoggutters.com, and get it right today. It's 8:13. I got a question for you guys about these coaching vacancies and all that when we come back. I hope you give me a good answer.
Yeah, what's your point?
You want my point?
Yes, I asked for it. Make it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Some moments call for more than just a win. They call for unforgettable. At Blakeman's, you're not just buying a diamond. You're creating an experience that starts the moment you walk through the door. Their newly remodeled space is absolutely stunning, and Cafe B has a personal touch you won't find anywhere else. Their in-house diamond expert makes it easy to find the perfect piece for any occasion, and that purple bag is still undefeated when it comes to saving the day. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. It's more than jewelry. It's your story.
The voice of the Razorbacks is Chuck Barrett, and he chose McDonald Eye Associates for his recent cataract surgery.
I went to McDonald Eyes. I can see in a way I've not seen in a long time. And I'm looking forward to this football season because of that. Your eyes are a big deal. I don't care if you're a sports play-by-play guy or what you do. You have to have trust. My trust was developed because I knew they were listening to me.
For your best vision, trust McDonald Eye. Online and same-day appointments at mcdonaldeye.com.
Oaklawn is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Cutting corners is generally a bad idea. And when it comes to roofing, it's real bad. That's why Teamwork Roofing and Construction uses only the best materials, like Malarkey shingles, which perform better, protect longer, and are more sustainable. Residential or commercial. Got a complicated job? They've got the certified crews ready to deliver on time and on budget. You need a roof that's built on quality and powered by Teamwork. Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Log on to teamworkbuilt.com and get a quote today. That's teamworkbuilt.com.
Today's been it's been a strange day.
Yeah, we've had some struggles here and there. let's just be blunt. Can we be blunt?
Well, it's 50-50 at best.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
been brain dead for 2 days.
I
Some
know.
people would argue much longer.
Well,
but I mean,
it's been
by my
it's been
own
noticeable.
personal standards.
It's been noticeable,
Yeah.
really. The
I
last
know,
couple
it's
of days.
just like,
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Let's do what to watch. Mark's
okay.
been, he's been, like if we had done this yesterday, we do it Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Maybe we need to start doing it every day because we actually missed the World Series last night.
I had no idea there was a World Series
I
game
mean,
last
it's
night.
ridiculous.
Totally.
How do we not know that?
Going to be honest with you.
I mean, honestly, I'm not even blaming Major League Baseball. I'm blaming me for that. I know you're blaming baseball, and that's fine, but I'm going to.
I've got a lot of bones to pick with Rob Manfred.
Yeah, if you
Yeah,
got
well, he's
Rob
got a lot of
Manfred
bones
in
to
the
pick
room,
with you
what-
too. I was talking to him the other day. He goes, "That Bard guy."
Well, if you got Rob in just a meeting room, just you and him, or a broom closet,
What would you say?
in the Hilton in New York, what would you tell him?
Well, it'd start with Pete Rose. It involved the Astros not getting punished for cheating. It would involve the complete lack of marketing. And it would involve, hey, it's time to have a salary cap, man. Just it's time.
So you know what you'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
clearly.
I'd have my points lined
You
out.
were at the ready right there.
He's clearly ready, and
And those are pressing issues.
I think it'd be
You know,
like
Pete
hey,
Rose and
hey,
the
dude,
Astros from
would,
10
would you
years ago.
say get yourself? Would you say get yourself together? Is that
No,
what you'd tell him?
I'd say it's probably time to ride off into the sunset and let somebody else.
Let
handle
somebody else have this. You've
Yeah.
clearly
You've done enough to screw this thing up and make in baseball and have baseball even decrease further in popularity over your tenure as the commissioner. So maybe let somebody else have a crack at it now.
Okay, there you go. Well, I think you just said
Yeah.
it. Why don't we just clip that off and send it to him? What to Watch is brought to you by Macadoodles.
Get back to TV tonight. What do you say?
Well, there is a World Series game on TV tonight, and you
Game
might not
5.
have known if I
Pivotal.
didn't tell you.
Pivotal Game 5.
The Blue Jays and the Dodgers tied at 2 games apiece. 7 o'clock on Fox. The World Series happening tonight. If that's not your jam,
Oh, it is. I'm watching it.
if that's not your
You're
jam,
listening to I almost did it again. Chuck at the Catfish Hole, Razorback Football Live with Bobby Petrino. We'll be listening to that at 7 and watching the World Series.
if you're not into that,
Sound
Jacksonville State is at Middle
Gamecocks.
Tennessee
The
State
Gamecocks.
at 6:30 on ESPN2. If you're listening to us in Tennessee and you want to go to the game, tickets as low as $7 for that one
Nice.
tonight. Florida
Take the
International.
whole family.
If you want to drive up to Springfield, Florida International at Missouri State, 7 o'clock on CBS Sports Network. Those tickets, however, $25 to get in the door price.
Hey, Missouri State's pretty good.
Yeah.
They're 4-3 on the year.
They draw well up there.
They do. If their first year at this level, at the FBS level.
Yeah, they came in here almost won with Petrino.
Well, it's all Petrino's kids that are up there now. You got Nick's the
Yeah.
OC, his
Yeah.
son-in-law LD's the DC, his other son-in-law's head coach. I mean, they've got a vested interest.
Yeah. And
The way you said that was really
well,
funny.
those guys are in the business, man.
That's family business.
They are in the business. Hey, it's Wind Down Wednesday at Macadoodles, bringing you what to watch. We do it here on the Chuck and Bo Show, and we also always tell you that Wind Down Wednesday is what, guys? 15%.
15%
Chuck was on
off
a
all
roll.
wine.
Speaking like Cal, he
That's right.
always asks questions.
What's today, guys? It's Wednesday. What's Wednesday?
Wind Down Wednesday.
And what does it mean?
Macadoodles.
15% off all bottles of wine.
Every bottle of wine in the store, even if it's already on sale.
And they have a
Macadoodles.
great collection.
Yeah, they have the best selection I think you're going to find anywhere. And they also have a location, West Siloam Springs. Of course, the one we always love to go to is just north of the state line, just north of Bella Vista. It's just a great shopping experience when you go in there. They'll help you find whatever it is you're looking for. If you follow their Facebook page, they have recipes on here right now for Halloween. So, like, if you're having a Halloween party, you can go in there. They'll set you up with that, give you all the ingredients, but they also put it on their Facebook. The Witch's Brew, Spooks Latte.
Got Bart's attention.
Vampiro, the Sludge Factory, the Fall Margarita. Those are all recipes they have right there in their Facebook page right now if you're looking to make a special cocktail for your Halloween party. Customer service is the reason people love
to go to Macadoodles, along with the great selection and competitive pricing. The selection also includes, you never know what they're going to put out there from an allocated standpoint. You never know exactly what they're going to have on sale. The shopping experience is second to none, and they've got loyalty points. On Mondays, you get double loyalty points. So you can really earn a lot of cash back for purchases when you shop at Macadoodles, too. Macadoodles, just north of the state line in Bella Vista. Guess who in Bentonville and at West Siloam Springs, you will also find a Macadoodles. All right, I wanted to ask you guys a question about this, all the coaching vacancies. What would happen in college football if we started an era, just go with me here, where a coach signs a 5-year deal at a school and both the coach and the university is locked into the 5 years? No matter what happens outside of being fired with cause, like you did something that violated your contract.
You mean like a contract would actually be a contract?
Yeah, instead of this, oh, you don't get fired for losing because that's not for cause, it's other things. So you're locked in for 5 years. What would happen in college football? Because I would argue that more programs would have success than they do chasing coaches every 3, 4, 5 years. And so many programs are doing that. The other thing that would happen is nobody's sitting around talking about, like, you got to get rid of that guy, which happens in college football all the time. And then what does that do? That permeates the locker room, and then that permeates coaching staffs. And then staffs are, like, divided. And then, maybe this will happen. Maybe they can get this guy out of here. Maybe I can be, whatever it is. What would it – I really believe if you made schools and coaches stay together, you're married for 5 years, you're not getting out of it, that you would have more consistency in college football with teams. Teams would get better.
You can make that point. I mean, and you might be right. I mean, if you were to average everything up and, figure it out after 5 or 10 years, that very well could be true. The instability is, you think about in all walks of life. Instability is that's what you want to avoid.
It just creates that it's a sport of its own.
It'd be a lot more boring though.
Yeah, firing coaches and coaching searches is a sport of its own.
You
it's
wonder,
like fantasy football in the NFL.
The two things I would wonder, because I agree with the general principle that more often than not, coaches need more time than they actually get to build a program. I wonder if a coach is locked in for 5 years and it's 5 years, it's fully guaranteed. Where's the motivation necessarily?
Well, if you listen, that's but
no. I'm just.
I understand.
Well, let me throw this out here.
I can't help but think about 5 years of Chad Morris.
That's exactly what I was going to say. That's exactly what I was going to say. What happens if you make a mistake?
Well, that's part of the deal. Part of the deal, man. You got to not make the mistake. You got to really do a good job with your hire. You're stuck with this person for 5 years. It may change the way that you approach everything. It may change the way that a coach approaches his 5 years on the job. How many coaches are out there doing something that they'd probably rather not do, and they've got to cut a corner here or they got to rush a guy there because their job depends on it? And if they really had the time that they needed or, what their plan was, they wouldn't have done that. I'm just throwing it out here for conversation.
A lot of things can change over a 5-year period. There aren't many jobs out there where, if you don't do a good job, at some point during those first 5 years, you're probably going to get fired, whatever your job is. So I hear you, and I think that, you could probably make that case. We all know it's not going to happen, but some programs probably would be better off.
I just think it's interesting.
And we might be one of them.
How we're always chasing the next
thing.
There's
no doubt.
And it's led to just it's just insanity what we have going on.
You think about in our conference right now, there's 16 teams. That means probably on average 12 to 14 every season are going to be mad, ready to make a change, either ready to fire the coach, ready to fire the AD, ready to fire the coordinators, just ready to blow the whole thing up. That's a lot of schools. That's only, you don't need more than one or two fingers to find the happy fan bases at the end of a season. Everybody else is wanting to change.
Did Brian Kelly get an extension at any point at LSU? Did he get a new contract? Because that's the other part of this thing. A lot of these
that's
buyouts,
what gets you. The extension's what gets you.
Oh, right. A lot of these buyouts end up being what's left on your contract.
Well, and it does put ADs in a tough spot. Like, I'll use Jeff Long as an example.
He signed a 10-year, $100 million contract.
No need for an extension.
What were they doing?
Idiocy. That's just plain idiocy.
You think back though to when
negligence. It's negligence is what it is.
Holy cow!
When Arkansas gave Bielema that extension, that was the move that ended up being the bad move. But athletic directors are in tough spots because by the end of it, that was used against Jeff Long. But at the time, it was booster led. It was like, we got to tie this guy up. He's going to leave. And so you get into that trap as an athletic director. If the guy does leave, well, why didn't you tie him up? And then if you do tie him up and the guy turns out to be not any good, it's like, well, why'd you do that? We're going to fire you too. So it's a tough call, but oftentimes it's that extension, good or bad, that gets you.
8:29, it's the Chuck and Bo Show. Good morning. It's Wednesday morning. I don't even know what day it is.
Wednesday.
I know.
It's Wind Down Wednesday. 15%
I just said
off
that.
Macadoodle.
I just said that.
I know.
Just
That's what I'm
forgot.
saying.
Thank you. Good morning.
I was paying attention.
Yeah, appreciate it. See, this is what the Chuck and Bo Show is. You just show up and have coffee with you.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Truck Month is here at Chevrolet of Fayetteville, and the savings are big. Get up to $12,000 off new Silverados, up to $8,000 off Chevy 2500s, and up to $5,000 off Chevy Colorado. That's real money back in your pocket. Plus more inventory, more discounts, and better service than anywhere else in Northwest Arkansas. Stop by today and see Chris, Mark, and Denver at Chevrolet of Fayetteville. Chevrolet of Fayetteville. Together, let's drive.
Hey, it's Bo, and I want to share something that's completely enhanced my day-to-day life. About a year ago, I started telling you about the Sweatnum Edge. Well, over the last several months, here's what's happened for me. My energy level is completely different. My exercise gains have seen a big jump. My mind is clearer, and frankly, life is just more enjoyable. Now, that's my story. What about you? Search the Sweatnum Edge online and get a free evaluation today. It's made a big difference for me, and I know it can for you too. The Sweatnum Edge.
Particularly in the South, I'm not sure there's a title that carries more weight than coach. Maybe preacher.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
You need to run that tape back for me, because that didn't happen. Don't come at me with that crap.
Don't come at me.
Yeah.
Not up in here.
Yeah. You must have your shows mixed up. Like, that didn't happen here, pal.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Bang! Sterling.
Sport.
It's
Sterling, Center Ridge,
it's Wednesday, 8:35. It's raining, but sunny in our hearts.
Sterling, what's up?
Yo, nothing much. Been waiting, looking at this weekend. And not the game. Don't get the games out by no means. Just tell me the games that you're targeting. And are you targeting the best games, or are you just trying to pick out games that the audience is interested in? And if you're picking the games that the audience is interested in, well, I need 3 more games.
Sterling, you sound like you need to rally.
Your hard-earned money's best game.
Well, here, Sterling.
Not the games that the audience care about.
No,
so if you want to use,
hold on.
Don't be listening to Chuck and Bo.
Are you rallying this week?
If you want to use New Mexico State, use them. Yeah, give me the best.
Well, yeah, no, Sterling. That's
Sounds like Sterling's down a little bit.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, Sterling, I'm going to give you my 3 favorite.
We can't do is blame Manfred about you not watching the World Series. It's the World Series, for heaven's sakes.
Can anybody hear me?
Now, it'd be one thing if it was something on Apple TV or some game in July that you wanted to see, but you didn't know what channel it was going to be on.
I mean, Fox is kind of like being
World
on Peacock.
Series. Come on now.
I mean, a game on Fox
I don't think
is
Sterling can hear us.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Did he record this? Did he record this and hit play?
So, I don't even know if Bart's there because I've been in and out of the show.
Yeah.
Can you hear
Sterling,
us,
can you hear us?
Sterling. Not there. This is Professor, and I apologize.
Sterling.
Sterling. Yeah. Help me out on that. And Chuck and Bo, what y'all think about this basketball team? The two games that we've seen already. Y'all guys have a great day. But keep me on air because I'm out of range. I ain't going to be able to hear you.
Well, I don't think you can hear us at all.
Well, you can hear us on the phone.
That's some AI stuff right there.
That was funny right
Somebody
there.
recorded Sterling, put it all together, and AI'd it into the show.
That was funny.
He did not stop.
No, he didn't stop. He didn't take a breath.
well,
I don't think he could hear Bar. I don't think he could hear us. Is the bottom line.
Let me address what he said first.
That was great.
I pick what I feel are the 3 best games to bet in my mind every week. I'm not picking necessarily the biggest games. I'm picking whatever I think gives you the best chance to win. So far this year, it's worked out pretty well.
Listen to that humble brag. It's worked out
Yeah,
well.
it's
We're
worked
blessed.
out a little bit.
A quick look at just some of the things I'm looking at. Hashtag blessed. The SMU Miami game is one I have my eye on. I think SMU's being undervalued there. Vandy, Texas, maybe keep riding with the Commodores. We'll see what Arch Manning's status is. That's going to be the deciding factor there. Penn State's at Ohio State. Ohio State's a 20.5-point favorite. They might win by 40. Penn State's just brutally awful. Texas Tech, Kansas State. Texas Tech is favored by 7.
Brutally awful.
I am thinking about the Wildcats there. That might be a spot for them. Georgia's probably going to beat Florida by more than a touchdown at the cocktail party. And then there's some weird games this week too that we're just not going to be interested in.
What do you mean by weird?
Yeah, what do you mean?
Like Pitt is going to Stanford. Virginia is going to California, staying away from those time zone games.
Yeah, those time zone games.
Bet against the traveling team.
Here's one I really have my eye on, and I'm just kind of seeing how it moves, how the line moves over the rest of the week. Cincinnati is at Utah, and Utah is a 9.5-point favorite. 24th ranked Utah, a 9.5-point favorite at home over 17th ranked Cincinnati. That is a lot of points, and Cincinnati's pretty good. So I'm just going to see kind of where that. If it gets to 10, Cincinnati is pretty much an auto play at that point.
An auto play. Okay.
Anytime you rattle off that many games that confidently, I get a little concerned.
My head was spinning.
He asked what I had, what I was looking at. That's kind of what I'm. The list starts big, and then we
goes into the funnel.
It goes into the funnel, and we narrow it down to 3.
The hot list at the end.
Bottom line is Sterling needs some winners this weekend.
Well, I guess he didn't listen last week.
I know, because last weekend you were superb. There's no way around
Well,
it.
that's what happens, and this is routine of gamblers. I mean, they do their own thing, and then when they get desperate, they come to Bart.
Okay.
And I'm going to ask you, I've got a really good friend that's a defense attorney, and when it comes to representing people, it's more pressure.
Yeah.
You can have the best record as a defense attorney, doing the best
That's
you
right.
can for your clients, and then it's your friend's kid. It's in trouble.
I
You're
want Sterling to
man,
win.
this is like a lot of pressure.
I want Sterling to win.
Sterling's got a mortgage payment riding on this, Bart. It's up to you.
I mean, really.
Be out on the streets by Christmas.
He didn't say it, but that was a desperation call.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't even take a breath.
No.
No,
and he said everything but I'm desperate.
He's like, he said, I don't care if it's New Mexico State. I want
right.
it.
Division III.
He needs a winner.
Ohio
period.
Wesleyan, whatever.
Kennesaw State.
Penview Bible College versus John Brown University. I mean, whatever it is. They play football. Like, give me them.
Jeff from Fort Smith. Is Sterling even a real person?
It's a great question.
Yes, he is.
We don't know right now.
Well, he has been. Like all of our time, we've known him as a real caller. But it felt like somebody stole his identity on that call.
Yeah, it really did.
And that they were just like, is he being held hostage in a closet by a forklift? And somebody's
the
trying
other
to
day
get
he was
pics
having
to-
a whole
and is he
conversation
gonna-
with somebody else.
I thought that's what was going on
what's
there.
happening with Sterling.
I thought that's what was going on
Did you hear
there.
the fumble of the phone and all that? It's like somebody was getting their recorder to hit play on it. I mean, it really did sound like that.
Huh.
That's an investigation.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, if you're going to play Bart's games, you can do them at Oaklawn Sports. Bet the Oaklawn Sports app. Download it today, and new customers earn up to $1,000 in bonus bets. You can bet with the brand you trust. Arkansas's best sports betting app, Oaklawn Sports. Also go to oaklawn.com. A lot of events coming up, including the 2 racing seasons. The first one begins on December 12th, and they'll race till January 4th. They'll take some time off. That's the holiday season. And then the classic racing season begins January 30th. Get ahead of it. Go to oaklawn.com. Book your rooms at the beautiful resort. The 4-star Forbes Spa is immaculate. The resort at Oaklawn is it's Arkansas's only casino resort. Oaklawn Sports, the app, and then oaklawn.com for all the details and everything else. All right, David's in Searcy. David, good morning. You're on. What's happening?
Good morning, guys. I'm really glad that Sterling called in because I've been somewhat keeping up with Bart's picks, just like most people do, and I was pretty impressed. So a week before last, I decided to take it to another level and just write it all down. All 3 picks, see how he does. I believe week before last was 2 out of 3. That's a winning weekend.
That is.
I'd go with that every week. And last week, 3 for 3. And I think I heard someone say that his 3 alternate picks also won.
That's right.
6 for 6. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Bart, you're as good as I've ever seen. I have not placed a wager since the early 90s when you had to call the man. And if you lose that weekend, you don't carry over. You go see the man. You know what I mean?
I do.
And I'm starting to get weak.
I knew that guy.
I'm starting to get weak. You guys say a prayer for me because I can see where this is headed.
We don't want that. We don't want that. We don't want that.
No, really. I just wanted to compliment you. You're actually awesome. Actually awesome. And all right. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, David. And if you count that, by the way, David, just so you know, he's been using your breakfast money to gamble.
Yeah. But look what he's turned it into. Look what he's turned it into.
Bart has taken the breakfast fund and he's multiplied it.
That's right.
It's like the talent story in the Bible. He's come back with more.
Yeah.
He's multiplied it.
Yeah. I was thinking Bible story.
Yeah.
I was.
By my count, if you count all of what David said there, Bart's 8 for his last 9 games. He's 8-1.
Counting money.
He's
money.
just over there counting money. Hey,
Breaking Oaklawn.
Catch the Chuck and Bo Show on demand wherever you get podcasts anytime, driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. We also have it on YouTube on demand. The Fayetteville Auto Park, in business for 25 years, built on trust, relationships, and top-tier service. Together, you can drive with confidence.
I know this is an audio medium, and I shouldn't just shake my head, but words fail me.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Man, there's nothing like a perfect steak. So tender, juicy, and packed with flavor. And now, thanks to Plainview Beef, it's clean with no hidden chemicals. Plainview Beef feeds their cattle with wheatgrass sprouts, and their beef is loaded with nutrients your body needs. I'm telling you, you gotta try it. PlainviewBeef.com. Order direct to your house. Check out their menu, which includes 6 8-ounce fillets for just $99. Again, it's PlainviewBeef.com. Use the promo code Chuck and Bo and get a free 12-pack of beef sticks. PlainviewBeef.com.
Flight by Yuengling. It's the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yuengling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yuengling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yuengling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
When something goes wrong, a car wreck, an injury, mounting debt, or getting denied the help you deserve, it's hard to know where to turn.
That's when Cadell Reynolds shows up. This is a team that fights for Arkansans. Personal injury, disability, bankruptcy. They handle it all. And they know how to get results.
You've got enough to deal with. Don't try to figure it out alone.
Call Cadell Reynolds, 866-314-3728. Or visit CadellReynolds.com.
Cadell Reynolds. Make the right call.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
Are your gutters ready for fall? Leaves are coming, and that means it's time to protect your home. At Hog Trough Gutters, they install high-quality leaf guards that actually work. Don't waste money on the cheap guards from big box stores that clog up. And don't get stuck paying triple the price with those big national companies. With Hog Trough, you get the best of both worlds. Professional installation, premium aluminum, and stainless steel guards, as well as a 20-year warranty. Give them a call today to schedule your free inspection or visit hoggutters.com.
There's no better shopping experience than you're going to find at Macadoodles or at Guess Who in Bentonville. And every Wednesday is Wine Down Wednesday. 15% off every bottle of wine in the store, even if it's already on sale. But when it comes to selection, amazing prices, and unbeatable customer service, Macadoodles and Guess Who in Bentonville is second to none. Wine, beer, and spirits. Stock up for your next party or just stop by and grab your favorite. Macadoodles, just north of Bella Vista, and Guess Who in Bentonville. So I spent yesterday. You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Bart's over there fact checking. Kind of ruined.
Just ruined the whole day for me. Has everything I've said on this show been fact checked?
This would not have happened. This would not have happened.
Have you gone home and fact checked everything I've said?
No.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Yeah, I think Bart.
Yeah.
Bart does that, but he doesn't always tell us. Like self-preservation. Just kind of lets it ride. Bart, if you break 90 at the Fayetteville Country Club on Friday on Halloween, I'm gonna have to get you something from Blakeman's. We got to mark the moment.
What?
We got to mark the moment. That's what it's about at Blakeman's, marking the moment. And there's a story behind it. And so I'm going to get Bart, probably, I don't know, a diamond stud or a chain
that, actually.
That people can say, hey, where'd you get that? That's the day I broke 90.
Tennis Express.
And Blakeman's is all about my story. Yeah. Blakeman's is all about my story, and this is what we did. And I'll bring it to him in the undefeated purple bag. But when you go in there, man,
just
it's
gamble
an
it away.
incredible experience. Actually, we should have an autograph signing session for you at Blakeman's in Cafe B. Right there where you can get a latte or a
it's
Prosecco.
A great place. It's a great place for
You
it.
can go just sit in there. You can eat some of those macaroons. They always have macaroons in there, man. Do you like macaroons, Chuck?
I do.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
they're
a sucker
good.
for that,
Yeah.
man. It's hard to say no. You're like, yeah, let's just have one of those. And they have it at Blakeman's. Pinnacle Hills Parkway and Rogers.
They're just the right size where it's like, man,
I
one
could do that.
one was fine, but I'm going to need another one.
You want to just make you mad? Yeah, that's right. So we got Chuck, Razorback Football Live across the Razorback Sports Network tonight with Bobby Petrino and who?
Rohan Jones and Kenai Walker.
All right.
Yeah.
I like both of them, but I like watching Rohan
They
Jones
both made big plays.
run routes, man.
Kenai Walker, Pro Football Focus Defensive Player of the Week.
Okay.
89 yards will do that for you.
Yeah. He finished 9 tackles, two pass breakups, the interception, of course. 91.5 grade by Pro Football Focus.
It's a good
Player
day
of the
for
Week.
him.
Did we decide, we threw it out there earlier, should Arkansas just go ahead and name Bobby Petrino the head coach now? It's been brought up as a suggestion.
I would say no. I think you need to let the season play out.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, if you want to get ahead, and based on the pool of candidates, it's not a terrible option.
I don't think there's a getting ahead of this. I
tend to agree with that.
I think you're talking to agents and intermediaries throughout the season. Like those conversations.
I just mean
ongoing.
getting ahead and what you do with the program based on what happens at the end of the year and the timing of everything. Do you get ahead with recruiting or in the portal or those kinds of things?
I understand.
I'm not against naming Bobby Petrino the head coach. I really don't know how far you get ahead, though, because a few weeks back they changed the transfer portal period. It's not going to be until after the first of the year now. So you do have a 3-day signing period on the Wednesday after the Missouri game, and that's important. But let's be real honest. If whoever Arkansas hires, the team for the next couple of years is
going to be the portal.
The success or failure of the team is going to be
the portal.
contingent on the portal.
And
Yes.
so what you're saying is like when we're in traffic and you're in that one lane and you think if I just get over there, it's going to go faster.
Yeah, it's
and then you
not.
get over there and that one slows down.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
Now, again, I'm not against naming a coach
No,
now.
I understand.
But I'm
I
saying
get it.
I don't really know how much you get ahead by doing
The
that.
point of bringing it up was to get all the points.
Right.
Arkansas is down to a 4.5 point.
It's a good point.
Yeah,
Good point.
Yeah, the point of bringing it up was to get all the points. Speaking of points, Arkansas is a 4.5 point favorite now against Mississippi State on Saturday.
What's the over-under?
SEC Network.
Do we know?
Well, we can look it up.
Well, I mean, I'm
Mark
sure
can
we
tell
know.
you on the Reddit.
It's there.
Also, the NCAA's delayed the pro sports betting rule that allowed their athletes to bet on pro sports. They've
67.5.
67.5. I'll make a prediction that college football is going to rescind this rule that's going to allow athletes to bet on pro sports. Not to say they won't still do it, but I don't think they're going to endorse it.
The Blue Jays tied the World Series last night. They're playing again tonight at what time?
7 bells
On
pivotal
what?
game 5
On Fox. So you can listen to Chuck with Bobby Petrino at 7 while watching the World Series with the sound
What a
down.
night.
Hey, thanks to Bruiser Flint for coming on. That was a great insight to Arkansas basketball. You can catch that show, Chuck and Bo on Demand, driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park.
Arkansas's one-stop automotive shop is right around the corner. Fayetteville Auto Park. FayettevilleAutoPark.com. Chevy, Toyota, Honda, Acura, Collision Center, all in one place. And if you're shopping pre-owned, Fayetteville Auto Park has you covered. With so many new cars sold, we always have a great selection of fresh trades. Why settle for anything less than the best? Fayetteville Auto Park, West Showroom Drive in Fayetteville. Proud sponsor of the Chuck and Bo Show.
Buying or selling a home's a big deal, and you want someone who is with you every step of the way. That's why those of us at the Chuck and Bo Show wholeheartedly recommend Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, because we've experienced it. They've been my partners for life. They're Bo's partner now, and I promise you, when you become involved with Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, they'll become your partners for life too. They've been turning houses into homes since 1978, and you can always log on and check out their selection at WeicherGriffin.com.
I love a day or weekend at Big Creek Country Club in Mountain Home. The golf, the people, the hospitality, and the events they host always hit the mark, and members enjoy it all. State-of-the-art practice facilities, food, beverages, a big pool with a snack and beverage bar, tennis and pickleball courts, and they can even book you an exclusive